I guess orientation's locked.
Because that's how you want to film. You never want a fucking vertical.
No.
Is it device lock?
It shouldn't
On your device itself, just pull down your...
I hope more people come to this. It's looking a little
Is
thin.
this an Android?
At 45 minutes to the hour. It's looking a little thin in here for my liking.
I know.
Let's see if you're locked there with that one.
Did they open the main line?
I have no idea.
They do it? No, orientation is locked. Hold on, guys. We're trying to get live here. We're trying to get things moving. Sorry for the confusion.
Just look at my pretty face for a while.
Go back the other way. It says orientation is locked. Are you guys? Yeah, you guys aren't getting it the other way, are you?
Maybe you have to start it and have orientation.
I tried, but it's telling me that I got to do a bunch of different things here.
Oh boy.
Maybe it's this one. Nope, that's the camera setting. Sorry, folks. We're not using software tonight. We're gonna try doing it from this method.
There is a price to pay to be doing it live.
There is a price to doing it live.
Let's do it live.
Do it live. We'll do it live.
Right? I keep forgetting about kids, the whole thing, right?
All right, folks.
Right? I keep forgetting about kids, the whole thing, right?
All right, folks. We're gonna have to stick with this method. Apparently, I had to lay things out differently for the stream. We're gonna have to just do it like this.
Okay.
There's no way around it.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I'm sorry it's in this format, folks, and not widescreen. We didn't want any hiccups with the streaming software. I hope you guys are able to hear me okay. If you can hear me okay, let me know, because the mics, again, we've connected the wireless mics for the first time. Hope everybody's doing well. All right, I'll get my hand out of the way here.
Here, put it in here, and then just hold it.
All right.
We want pictures.
Pictures.
Pictures. Oh
We
my
do.
goodness.
Here, are you able to figure that out?
We know the door. We
Mike,
know where
hold
they
that.
are.
Absolutely. How are you?
Oh, hold it up. I'm gonna put the.
We need that.
Let's get a photo in with you guys. Do you mind if I'll sneak in the middle here?
There we go.
Perfect. All right, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I listen to you every day.
I appreciate it.
This is
Mike,
good. It's a meetup.
can I give you my mic and then I'll just
Yeah,
do what I'm
absolutely.
doing?
Do what you gotta do.
I'll hold the camera.
There you go.
So the magnet goes on the back here.
Because I have one, and you have one, and there's one on the phone.
Put it on the inside of you'll need a thicker, yeah. And then this on the other end.
Okay.
Got it.
All right, guys. Mike here, Freedom Honey. We're just here at the event. We're gonna make our way to the front. What are we doing?
Yeah, we gotta go to the front.
All right, guys.
They want
Jason, say
pictures
hi.
first.
Hey, how you doing? Let's go. You and I will get in on one. We'll do one.
Okay.
Everybody, the famous Jason Levine.
My purse is getting in a funny way.
Oh, goodness.
Come on, get in.
All right,
Let's go.
guess we're gonna go towards the front.
Where are you? Oh, there you are. Right on. Thanks,
Thanks
guys.
everybody for tuning in. Sorry about the technical difficulties, guys. It was, yeah, we had an issue with the screen. So if you guys are in the YouTube world, let the people know on the other stream if it's still going on to get out and come to this one, because this is where the show is going to be. So far, I mean, I've been here for a couple hours. Just the most amazing people. They had so many canvassers. They had
That's what
the
she said.
energy is just out of this world.
We got it.
This is definitely the place to be in Calgary right now.
Beautiful.
Grateful of that. You better have. Thanks, man.
Oh, you want me? Thank you very much.
The drive wasn't too bad.
You know, like I said,
if
I'm
there's
not
any
even
comments?
here, but long ago I decided there was no hope
Yeah,
for
like I said,
anything
guys, sorry about the
until
streaming.
this. This is the hope to get out from under all the bullshit.
But I guess it is the inaugural
Fresh start.
episode of our new show on Monday.
You have a phone?
So look, it went
There
live.
you go.
I
Matt.
noticed in the legislature.
Mr. Celebrity
I noticed the Clevelands and people liked it. They want.
is having way too much fun. This is what happens.
you gotta unlock
It's like you
it
let
with
a
the
kid
camera
off a
for me.
leash.
And I'll get you a picture.
Someone get a leash for Derek.
No problem.
Can we get a leash, please?
Thank you.
Anybody?
Nice to meet you as
Pleasure
well.
to see you. How are you?
Oh, he's having-
Following your podcast.
Everybody's looking really,
There you
really
go.
good. It's a really good crowd.
Have a great evening.
You
It's very-
too.
And what was your name?
Excellent.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you. Really nice. Thanks, my daughter. You say now we
How are you?
My daughter nudity anymore. You know that?
We hope so.
No, we are not.
We are not.
Oh, right.
No.
I'm sorry, Mitch.
Well, it's like a long time.
I only heard part of the name, so I didn't ring it.
Well, now there are two mysticals.
There are. Yeah. No, it's good to see you. I'm glad you made it out.
Yeah, I gotta go like I
Fucking Michael. Just wandering around, streaming, talking, having a conversation with himself. Excellent. Oh, I see him.
7 o'clock, the main show begins. Of course, if you guys are tracking, Garrett will be
downstairs.
emceeing the event. So really looking forward to that.
I just wanted the bed before I get up.
It'll be a wonderful
I
time.
feel like ever since
Go back and see what those guys are up to.
I've been gazing into the abyss and everyone's on Star Green mad.
For sure.
But they
I'm like a kid, I'm getting lost.
Oh, we're just we're getting mobbed a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's a little weird.
It's a little different.
That's okay.
No, you can't stop watching.
How are you?
Hey, how are you? Nice to meet you.
There's been so many people we've met here tonight, guys, from the show.
Still about what we got here. I got Nicole calling me.
Yeah, you do.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'll just cancel. She's probably up at the front of the stage.
Still 40 minutes till the event.
So you guys all get to sit up front. If that's
Yeah.
okay. We've got streaming area set up.
All right, let's go.
Derek?
How are you?
Of
You wanna
course.
picture? You guys want a picture? Yeah, let's go. Oh, you don't want
What am I here? Chopped liver?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Okay, sorry. This is like the meetup of like the sidekicks is what this
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. We're just one of the out of focus guys. What do we know?
Yeah,
You guys
exactly.
okay with the stream? I gotta get up to the stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do all right.
We'll follow you.
Yeah, let's go. We'll follow you and
so
we'll
can
cause
get us
trouble.
Supposed to sit. Yeah, we got it. We have to film it vertically, but. We're just pretending we're at a Walmart filming a fight. We're just going to film vertically.
Yeah, exactly. And everyone's been super nice. Super nice.
Well, it's starting to fill up.
Yeah, definitely started.
There's still 40 minutes, still showtime, so
The lineup was like down the block earlier, so it's good.
you can't answer your phone with your watch. Can't speak into it like a. I guess that makes sense.
If you guys are on your way, get down here quick because it's starting to fill up.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
How you doing?
Good to see you here.
Thank you. Reserved.
Ooh, fancy. I would like my name on one of them fancy placards.
She's calling. Yeah, let's get a good high. Pick it up.
Yeah.
Good high stream.
Man, I'm only 5'8".
There you go.
There you go.
See everybody. I'm sure we're getting shit for all the fucking music they're playing.
Oh yeah,
Might not be able to re-upload it after, but keep the live stream going.
exactly. Watch, Darius will still blame me for this strike. He'll be like, there was music in the background and you got me striked.
I accept full responsibility for not muting the phone during all the copyright music because it's annoying and I'm not doing it.
I am so gonna get in trouble.
I mean, I know he's short, but where did he go?
I don't know. Someone gonna put a cow, like literally, really put a cowbell on him. Like I said, guys, do us a solid. Go into the other stream if you can and just let everyone know that we're here. And share this one out to your friends, guys. Put it on your socials. So how you enjoying this Edmonton weather? This Alberta weather, let's just say.
It's very nice. It was minus 50 with the wind chill in Winnipeg when I left, so this is nice.
It's a little better. A little
better. A little better. Not getting hammered like the east of the states, though. They're getting wrecked.
Yeah.
Snow.
Was it Ohio? Ohio? Like they had to like shut down the airport?
Yeah. I met people in Winnipeg who were diverted because of the storms.
It's crazy.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we appear to have lost Derek. I know he's short, but he's got a big hat on. Shouldn't be too hard to find.
He was complaining to me this morning. He's like, okay, I want to wear a cowboy hat, but the only one I have looks like Garth Brooks, and I don't want to look like Garth Brooks. I'm like, Derek, you're not going to look like Garth Brooks, trust me. Sorry again about the vertical screen, guys. This is the way she goes
when we're doing it live.
Yeah. More people are pouring in. This is good.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it's still fucking 30 minutes now, 40, 35 minutes till the event goes live. So these are all the early adopters who wanted good seats.
Yeah. Smart. I mean,
smart.
We had 3 hours ago because we wanted parking.
I think we get to sit in one of these to be press.
I think so.
Derek's just got to find the girl who's calling him over and over again because he can't answer his phone. How's the chat looking?
I don't know.
Can't really see it.
No, exactly. I don't think we're. I don't know. Look, open your phone. See what the chat's got.
That's true. I can read it on my phone.
We'll get angry messages from Tiffany. You guys need to be more funny. You need to support my husband.
Oh, there's. Okay.
No, I told him to get.
Hang on. Subscriptions. Fringe. There we go. No, we don't need volume.
Oh, look at that. I think, the chat froze on this camera. All right, so Matt's going to read some of the comments.
Like, look at this.
Oh, yeah.
Behind the fourth wall. You're literally looking at me on my cell phone right now so that I can read the comments. Yeah, we just met Dutchie. He was at the front entrance there.
Really nice guy. Carnage Carney was here.
We met Carnage Carney.
A lot of people that watch the show, and just like I said, it's kind of a cool meetup.
Derek was getting mobbed by people for pictures. He's famous.
He's probably still getting mobbed.
He probably can't walk 10 feet.
We'll have to hose him down after this. Go back, just hose him.
Is the audio not good, guys? Because I'm wearing a mic. Mike is wearing a mic, and there's a mic on the camera.
Can you guys hear us? Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear us.
It's fine. Okay,
sweet. Thanks, guys. Appreciate
Don't scare me like that.
Or else you want to hear our hilarious banter.
Did somebody just say free Palestine in the chat?
Probably. Get the hell out of the chat.
Frick out of here.
Mods, get rid of that person. Do your jobs.
Yeah, somebody get that guy. Hang on. Where are you? I'm a mod. I can get him.
Yeah, just get rid of him. There will be no freeing of Palestine in the chat.
I wonder if we should switch to the normal. Oh, there it is. Hide user on this channel. Get fucked. Oh, sorry. There's our first swear.
Hey. That was all Matt, not me. I didn't get the strike tonight. It was all Matt.
It's all my fault. Well,
I'm a little disappointed. I kind of wanted a beer garden.
Yeah.
Not that I think it would be a big drunk fest, but I mean, a couple of beers would have been nice. Freedom beers.
Isn't that what the thing in the middle is?
Oh, it's a bar. I don't know if they're serving.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
Let's go for a walk. Okay, guys, we're going to go check out the bar. I don't know, there's kids here, so I don't know.
I have no idea. Yeah. It would be kind of weird if they sold booze at this, to be honest.
Yeah, I think so, too. I don't know, the tailgate parties were pretty live.
Doing it live.
Oh, more pins.
Okay, I closed the stream for the moment on my phone.
Yeah. That I'm not taking anything. There's that young guy.
Okay, yeah, none of this is open.
All right, guys.
That's my freedom honey.
Hi.
I'll give you a hug.
Oh, a hug. There you go, Matt. Hi.
I'm in charge
I've been
now.
listening to you through unacceptable Fringe.
Oh, thanks. I'm trying. I'm trying.
You're amazing. Keep it up.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
I'm very impressed.
Yeah, thank you so much. That's so kind of you. Appreciate it.
So,
See, I don't suck at my job.
Some people recognize you. You'll get there. You gotta make your face bigger in the chat. You always leave yourself on the tiny ball.
Yeah, but I think that's my thing, you know. I do the Tim Pool style of news reading, I guess.
That's Jeff Raph over there.
Let's go work our way to. Oh, there's Derek.
Where? I can't see him. He's just, oh, there he is. Derek is handling official business over here. We're gonna walk around.
Yeah.
There's Mr. Raph. We're streaming.
What?
I said we're streaming.
Okay, I need a minute.
Okay, we're gonna go. Let's go for another lap.
Derek's too official for us
Yeah,
now.
a little bit. Yeah,
we have to go. We have to go chill over here.
Can we have a picture with you guys?
You sure can.
Absolutely.
Okay.
You can take. I'll hold the stream. You can take a picture
Okay,
with both of
I
us.
should be in the middle, and she's going to take the photo, okay? Oh, this is awesome. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
so much.
You're Matt. I knew you were Matt. Are we still the Fringe minority or the minority Fringe?
At this point, we're gonna be the fringe majority in no time.
Yeah.
We're working on it.
I know.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
So
you
you
so
guys can
much.
see back here. There's a whole nother section. It's starting to fill up. We still got half an hour of showtime. There's a whole merch thing set up over there. We can take a look at that later, maybe. But yeah, we're looking at a good crowd so far. We're getting there. There's still a lot of people in the basement who are signing too, and I'm sure they'll be up here after.
Plus 200 canvassers.
Yeah, plus the 200 canvassers that are down there taking the signatures. They've been busy all day since 11 this morning taking all the signatures.
Yeah, guys, the lineups have just been crazy. And so very well organized. Very impressed.
There we go. This is a good spot to sneak over here. And then we can just kind of chill and watch the whole thing. Once again, sorry about it being vertical, and sorry that I can't really read the chat because the thing that's holding the camera is blocking the chat window.
All right, let me pull up the chat here. Let me pull
Mike's turn. You can answer some questions.
I'll get angry.
Richard.
How you doing?
Hot sauce Richard.
Ah, Matt. How you doing? Is it frozen? Oh, it was just while it was loading.
Okay. Oh, okay. Super chat from Dutchie. Starting to fill up, steady flow, free and independent Albertans. Yeah, thanks, Dutchie. Really, really appreciate it, man.
Oh, you have a
Crazy.
access.
Yeah.
I don't.
Okay. From Suna Soul Silver, $5 super chat. That's Suna? Suna, yeah. Hey, I was the one that saw you had technical difficulties earlier. I'm glad you all went to Calgary. I hope this helps with the stream. Thank you very much, Soul Silver. Appreciate it.
I love the still. It's great.
Yeah, the still will live on. Okay, thanks again for. I mean, so many people have come by so far and asked for honey. I'm like, guys, I really, really appreciate it. We're all sold out.
Not hauling 30 jars of honey around at an event.
At this point, I mean, I should have set up as a vendor. I would have made a killing for the vets. Yeah, we're going live. Thanks, man.
Yeah, no worries.
Hey, why, let's do some interviews. Here, let's try to.
Mike is conducting an interview. You're good to go?
So, we're good. So, what's your thoughts, man? Let me see if I can.
Well, to be honest, I just want to see what's going on and get some information, right? get from all sides and all that stuff. And
Absolutely. Did you sign the petition?
yes, I did sign the petition. Yes.
Awesome.
I mean, sort of like I don't understand why people are freaking out over a question. That's my thing. So
Yeah, and I looked at it the same way. That
I mean, if you don't want it, just say no. I don't see why people are so up in arms about it. That's my personal take.
I agree. I think this is one of those things where even if you were against this and you never wanted to see this happen again, or if you wanted to quash the movement, I mean, sign the referendum petition, because at the end of the day, it either goes or it won't. Let the people decide. Right now, with all the attacks that are happening online and them trying to shut down events and get stuff canceled, I mean, the vitriol is next level, and it's quite surprising.
You know what? Hear things like vitriol and bigot, I just like kind of cringe. I'm not gonna lie.
Fair enough. But thank you so much for coming here and sharing your information.
Joshua.
Mike. I think I lost the magnet. I'm gonna get fired.
It's okay. I guess
All right,
I'll
there you
work.
go. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries. Anyway, hopefully the stream goes well.
Absolutely.
Anyway, take care of yourself.
Thanks, man.
So guys, Derek's just over talking with the organizer. I'm sure he's going to find out where we're going to post up to record the
All right,
actual
let's look
event.
at some more comments.
And all right, we'll go through some comments here.
Master of Stats.
You guys want to look at
give
the
it
crowd,
a couple
or do you want to look at me and Mike?
No, I think they want to see me in my cowboy hat.
Derek tried to get me to wear a cowboy hat.
You should have.
Oh, I'm from Manitoba and I don't want to wear a cowboy hat. I feel like such a poser. That's not me.
You know what? At the end of the day, you're doing the show, preaching this stuff, and doing a really good job getting the message out there. At the end of the day, you are Albertan. You just haven't moved here yet.
Pretty much. But
One custody battle away.
whoa. No. We're fine. It's just, I can't leave my little girl.
Fair enough. All right, we got a super chat here from
White leader?
White letter. The rest of Canada doesn't want to lose their paychecks because they're communists. Actually, I was talking to one of the libertarian guys over here, the guy that ran in my riding for Battle River Crowfoot that went up against poilievre. Michael Harris, awesome dude. He does a lot of work on campuses and stuff like that. We were talking about
Everything's good?
Everything's good?
Chat, everybody's
Yeah,
good?
we're
He's
doing
reading
good.
the chat on his,
And
'cause he has
apparently
access
the
to
Communist
super
Party
chats
was supposed
on
to
his
show
account.
up here to crash the event. So
There
if
may
that
be bad
happens,
reception in here, so just let people know that the video may
Did you
get
get to
chopped
connect
up,
to-
but it was. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Did you get to connect to the Wi-Fi here?
There's no Wi-Fi.
Oh,
No,
what kind of venue is
this?
this?
Is the steel building. It's, the reception may get laggy.
Yeah.
Just warn people it might.
Can you fix that mic before it falls off? Look at Derek's face.
yeah, look up
Extreme
close.
close up.
Extreme.
Whoa!
So do they have a place for us to sit
Yeah,
and post up?
you guys and Sherry can all sit at the front in the media section.
Okay.
You're with us, so
Tell me where that
they
is.
can see your logo.
Is there a map?
You just show me where that is,
All right, come with me.
and we'll just post up.
Yeah. Make sure you guys grab seats, or at least have Sherry put down like jackets or something.
Well, we'll sit down and we'll get a. I'm gonna put this tripod.
We gotta watch the music.
We really haven't
How
been
many
already.
people there would estimate? Oh, thousands.
It's a lost
Like I
cause.
said, more people are
I would
pouring
have
in.
to have the thing muted the whole time because the music has to stop.
Once you get seats, they are reserved up here.
Okay.
Once you guys
Amazing,
get seats,
love this.
maybe
Yeah,
just
Matt's
go
doing a pretty good
back
job,
into the
actually.
stream, just so that the music isn't coming in, because up here you're right in front of me.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Okay. Okay, hold this for me for a minute. Do screen things.
All right,
All right.
here we go, folks. Look at this room, it's already filling up.
I'm just gonna toss the hoodie.
All right, folks, I'm going to jump in on the stream for a little bit. Look at this, 1,200 people in the chat. Make sure to get those thumbs ups in there, folks. Matt's going to take over the stream because I got a lot of talking to do tonight, a lot of things going on. I just want to give a huge shout out to everybody in the stream, and my apologies for the technical difficulties. We wanted to make sure it was as smooth of a stream as possible, so we tried a new method tonight. Again, glad to see you guys here. Hope you enjoy the evening, and I'll pass it off back to Matt. Here we go.
They still think you look like Garth Brooks, Derek.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me get,
RGW, thanks, man.
I don't
$2
really care.
super
Listen,
chat. It looks like you're at Brooks.
It's Calgary, and there's no other way to do it other than that in Calgary. Welcome to the West.
do you want to talk to anybody like Jeff on camera while you got a
You want to do
minute,
some
or no?
interviews while we're here?
We've
Not
talked
just
to
yet.
a couple of people already.
You guys chat with whoever you can. Let
Okay.
them know you're with the Fringe. And I gotta get things focused up here.
Okay, do what you gotta do. We're gonna go around and cause trouble. See if we get the stream. See if we get the stream
You want
crashed.
to put your jacket on that one? Do you hold it for your wife?
I'll try to hunt her down.
So I asked Grok to count the people in the crowd, and it said there was like 3 people there. Just wait for that. We know we're sideways, everybody. We're sorry. Technical difficulty. It's stuck that way. That's how we're going to stream. Sorry.
I mean, some people like. I said the quality's pretty good. Texas is praying for your freedom. Well, God bless Texas.
God bless Texas.
Watching from Medicine Hat. Grok is the worst AI. I mean, I make all of my photos off the Grok engine, and I like some of them.
Mike uses it to make naked photos of himself.
I mean, I gotta make money. My OnlyFans hasn't been doing so well. Good crowd. Good crowd. I'm loving the Carney like midway poster.
Yeah.
Guy's just been walking around for
Just been
hours.
walking around.
He's been doing a good job. Yeah, no, I want to go. I want to go to the universities and do like the Charlie Kirk without the obviousness to it. Like speaks like change my mind events. I think that would be awesome.
Yep. That would be very good.
And still, okay, yeah. So the front's now full, and they're filling up the back
Yep.
now. Yeah. All right, guys, let's check in with the chat. Just got here. Is what's going on? If you come up to the front, who was that? If you guys come to the front, you come say hi. We're up at the front, left corner of the stage. We need people to come up and do some interviews. We got to kill some time.
Yeah, we still got
20 minutes.
So about 30 minutes till the event starts, give or take.
Oh, it's Mike sends 5 unacceptable Fringe gift memberships. Thank you.
That is definitely not
Is
trolling.
that the troll? Is that the troll,
That's
Mike?
not a troll.
Not a troll, Mike.
Not a troll, Mike.
Thanks, Mike. Oh, Andrea B, $2 super chat. Thank you very much for that. I mean, feel free to put a message, guys. It's like I'm just gonna read the chats until we get started here. Oh man, this is
Hey, Baha.
traders. Yeah, the best kind of traders.
It's only treason if we lose. Did anybody get that guy?
I don't know, the troll.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of like being called a traitor, to be honest. I think
I'm
it's-
used to it at this point.
Exactly. I'm trying to get like us to get like an Alberta rebel. That, or I kind of want Derek to kind of let's recreate the first Star Wars attack on the Death Star, and we'll all be pilots of X-wings.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to be the guy to switch to targeting.
I am
computer.
part of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor, and you can't take me away.
Be too good. Really, just a bunch of Alberta rebels at this point. All right, guys, make sure you put the likes in the chat. I want to see likes. We got to put this out there. We got to. Literally, at the end of the day, we have to anger all of the naysayers. So this is very important.
Yeah, I think.
So let's get some thumbs up, people.
Did
Let's
you get a hold of
go.
your old lady?
Yeah,
She's busy.
yeah, she's either found a seat and she's comfortable, or she's got to come find
Well,
us. All right, you want to go for a walk?
Yeah, let's go see
All right.
how the back's doing.
We get the crowd pumped up. Yeah! Woo! Probably just killed the audio with the screaming.
Just screaming.
All right.
Oh yeah, see, this was empty last time we were here.
Yeah. It's getting big. It's getting full.
As you can see, guys, last time we came back here, that was completely empty. Starting to fill out back here. Let's go look at the merch tables. I wonder what they're selling.
Let's go see what they're up. Yeah. The 4 days was like Carnage Carney and like Dutchie and them were having like a tailgate party when I showed up.
Well, perfect. I wanted to do that, but we also had to visit Derek's dad while we were here. I haven't seen Derek's dad in 15 years.
All right, that's fair. That's fair.
So we went for dinner with Derek's dad, and then we came down. And there was a big accident on the way here. We got stuck in traffic for 45 minutes.
Must have been after I came. Yeah.
Well, coming from Edmonton, like before we left. That's probably what your wife is. She's like, how can I set up a merch table here?
Yeah, exactly. I got also some calendars. Which are offensive calendars you can get at calendars.curves.ca.
Let's see what we got here. Oh, we've got signs, we got hats, all kinds of merchandise. Hi guys. Unacceptable Fringe, wave to the camera.
How many people do you think are here today? What is your guesstimate?
Right now, I mean, they're still pouring in, so I think right now we're probably at 900 at least, probably more, 1,000, 1,500. I'm bad at this.
I was just double click. Because I went out, had a butt, came in, and I already counted twice.
Okay.
So you don't know what seating capacity for this back row was.
I have no idea.
Because you're just a guest participant.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should check out the Buy in Alberta merch.
I will, absolutely. Thank you.
The ones that are with the jerseys, okay, you can pre-order the jersey. It's authentic, you know, advertising.
Yeah.
So they support young girls that I've known since they were
Okay, that's
17, 18 years.
Yeah, at least you can see the chat because it's not moving on here.
Uh-oh, you guys gotta fix the phone.
JP Alberta, can we get super chat $20? Thanks, man. Can we get billions of Canadian, EU, and US for fighting for our sovereignty like Ukraine? I don't know. Maybe we could toss the hat around. You know, pick up donations. My
we
wife
have to ask nicely first.
Yes. Maybe we can. I don't know. A bake sale. My wife makes excellent snickerdoodles. Get us some merch, Matt. Yeah, you cheap bastards.
Who's that?
Who's that? David Buer.
Oh,
From Springfield.
yeah. I guess the next person to engage with us, maybe do an impromptu interview.
Yeah, let's find some like-minded individuals.
How are you?
1600 on the live. Guys, come on, 530 on the likes. You can do better than that.
Oh, they got time. You guys got time, but don't fall behind.
We gotta get the likes up. We gotta beat the algorithm for this. Government doesn't like this too much.
Well, there's Derek, glad handing, being very important. We're just the peons of the organization.
Yeah, we're just the sidekicks.
There's the whole crew, all the official people.
Yeah, I wonder if we get I don't know. Do we get costumes? Capes? Do we get capes?
We should get capes.
I think we should get capes. Yeah. Give me a second. I got some pins.
Yeah, go grab our stuff. Hang on, guys. I'm going to adjust the tripod. I'm going to set you guys up. This is where we're going to stream the thing from. Don't get too dizzy. What do we think here? How's that looking?
That's a not bad. Do we try to get closer?
I don't want to put it in the walkway. Like, I can move it up a little bit here. Turn. Because there's the podium up there. It'd be nice if we had it in widescreen, but sorry. That's how it's going to be.
Yeah, guys. All right, let's get caught up in the chat. Ola from Costa Rica. Awesome. Watching from Edmonton. Where's Mrs. Fringe? She's at home with the kids.
Mrs. Fringe is watching the children.
Yeah,
10 minutes till showtime.
Yeah,
guys.
she'll probably be in here and yelling at us. Mike and Matt are ruining the stream.
Slide over.
So, again, guys, thanks for being patient with us while we get all set up here. All right. Sweet turnout.
All right. So I'll put up the banner. Did you get you one of these?
No. I dig it.
Oh, I knocked the camera.
I thought those were the ones we got banned from using.
He adjusted it.
Okay. And so it's just slightly
It's slightly less of a ripoff.
yeah, fair enough. No, I'm gonna eventually flood the merch site with the Freedom Honey merch, Beaver County Militia stuff.
I want
Freedom
a Beaver
Honey
County
stuff.
Militia shirt.
I'll send you a membership card.
All right.
You gotta laminate it yourself.
Okay. Anything going on in the chat? Anything interesting?
Yeah, all right, we got, another super chat, $20 from Tucker. Let's do this. I appreciate
Let
it.
us do this. Am I pretty?
Yeah, you're looking good, Matt. Looking real good. Like I said, still angry you didn't get a cowboy hat.
No. Watch, when Derek comes back later and we're streaming later, I'll put his cowboy hat on for a minute and you guys can see how ridiculous I would look.
Yeah, I just think it was funny this morning. He's like, I don't want to look like Garth Brooks.
And everybody, you look like Garth Brooks.
You look like Garth Brooks. Okay, so from now on, we're gonna make that a running joke. Garth Brooks jokes. Let's go. And the thunder rolls. Ooh, there's Tamara Leach. All right.
Lots of Alberta flags in the audience. Yeah, give them a pan. Some South Alberta flag
we're starting to get the standing room only, people.
Yeah.
The back is filling up.
I'll be interested to see the final count. They are counting at the door with the clickers.
Excellent. Be right back. I gotta go hand out some pins.
Mike's wandering off. I'll just stand here and try to be amusing. Although I guess we're just waiting. We're all just waiting, aren't we? I just have to pull up my phone so I can see the chat.
All right. Oh, got another super chat from LL Cool G.
LL Cool G.
Big hello and loud and proud. Cheers from Cold Lake. Stay safe, everyone, and bring on the Albertan freedom vibe. Well, thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
You know what? This is history, people. At the end of the day, this movement has grown exponentially.
It's amazing, to be honest.
It's absolutely amazing.
More fans.
All right. Oh,
More
badass
fans.
customs coding, $5 super chat. Wanted to be there.
Who's up in the
Just
front with
finished
the
up with
important people?
business,
I'm just
so
one
let's
of the
go.
focus guys.
Awesome, man. Like I said, I know
Who's
you're
over
here
there?
in spirit. This is a party. This is like the environment here. It's an absolute party.
It's awesome.
Absolutely.
I'm interested to see the crack once everything starts going on, the pop. Once people start speaking, it's going to be great.
And we're not even in the pre-game show yet. We're in the like before the Super Bowl, just making the comments, which is literally just a pre-game show at this point.
Pardon, sir?
We're streaming
thank you,
live right
sir.
now. Let's have.
Nice to meet you. How are you feeling about everything so far? Yeah, you got good seats? Ish? Not too bad, not too bad.
Together with Swiss guys, right?
Yeah. Oh, well, that's probably better. Makes you nice and cozy with your neighbors so you can have a good discussion.
There you go, have skinny hats.
Well, one or the other. That wouldn't work for me. These shoulders, man.
All right, Mr. Magdog, 8591, $20 super chat. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Enjoy the show.
Madge Flip 6610, $5 super chat. Let's go, Alberta Freedom Fighters. Thank you very much. You know, it's funny. Like on my Twitter, the last 24 hours, I got like an extra 1,000 followers.
Yeah?
Just from posting this stuff. I mean, a lot of it I think is in Americans just wanting to support what we're doing.
In the chat, do you guys want to look at the crowd until it starts, or you want to look at the stage? Take your pick.
Or let's. Here's $5.
Another 5 minutes if they start on time.
Mick Moss 7108, $5 super chat. They're in spirit. Let's go. Aaron Matthews 4319, $5 super chat. So glad you guys could press pass. So we don't have to. As they got the prostitutes. Oh no, all the prostitutes were outside. They came early, and there was like 3 counter protesters. Somebody with a Canada
I'm sure
flags.
they'll get all the airtime.
Oh yeah. So I mean,
3 dudes.
Yeah, the CBC was out there filming 3 guys. One guy was really tall. He was like 7 feet tall with a Canada flag, just kind of standing there dancing at himself. I mean, A for effort, I guess. But Aaron Matthew, thanks again for the super chat. You guys are just flooding. You guys are too good to us. Like the B team here, while like, where is it? Like Derek's going around like being
Glad handing all the important people.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, oh, look at me, I'm the Fringe gentleman. The Fringe.
The Fringe. Did I mention that I am the Fringe?
It's
Pin? What do we got?
Marty, yeah.
Do you want a pin? Here's a pin. I'll give you a pin for a pin.
Thanks.
Trip in for a pin.
No, you're not Marty.
No, I'm not.
You look like him.
I'm the alternate Fringe. I'm the one who's live with him on Wednesday.
You were, yeah.
I'm the Monday show guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're starting on Wednesdays.
Yes. 6 months now.
Yeah. 6 months?
Yeah.
Where the hell have I been?
I don't know.
No, it's all right. What do you want to get? Are you okay? You want to get filmed? Having a conversation, man.
1 second. I'm gonna sneeze. Have
All
a
right.
conversation.
We're gonna have a conversation. Thanks for
No, maybe
thanks for your
not.
support, brother.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
What's up your trip?
Yes.
How are
We spoke earlier already. How you doing?
I know.
You enjoying the vibe?
Fuck yeah, dude. It's amazing.
You got a good seat?
I will stand.
Pardon?
I will stand.
Okay.
I can see from the back. It's all right. Dude.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. You can probably see from outside.
Like guys, right now, like Matt is 6 foot tall, and yeah,
He's a big boy.
I'm a big boy.
that's how we grow. That's how we grow them in Alberta.
Exactly.
You can tell I'm from Ontario. I'm a handsome 5'8".
Thanks, man. Enjoy the show.
Oh, Dutchie with the $69.99 super chat.
Dutchie again?
Again, he just flopping it out. And I know he's here.
He's here somewhere.
Dutchie, come find us. Yeah, you guys want to get Dutchie on this? Dutchie, come find us. We're at the front.
Yeah, we gotta get Dutchie
Yeah,
on
we gotta
stream
get
so
him
you
on
guys
here.
can see
Everyone's
him.
gotta meet the famous Dutchie. Come now. Everyone tell Dutchie on the chat to come find us. We're at the front.
right by the stage.
Yeah,
we're not hard to
we're
find.
not hard to meet. Look for the
For the
cowboy
guy
hat.
with the cowboy hat. Although there's a couple of those out here. Not as many as you would think, though.
No,
given where we
I'm
are.
a little disappointed of the cowboy hat to people ratio. Like, that's a solid one back there. There's a few other ones.
That big guy who was just here, Mike Hot Sauce.
It was a great hat.
That's a great hat.
Great hat.
Big dude, cowboy looking motherfucker. Oh, I caught it.
Oh, we are so gonna get in trouble. Tiffany's in the chat. Just, you guys need to quit swearing. You guys need to quit swearing.
I'm sorry I talk like a normal person.
You in your trucker mouth, Matt. Okay, yeah. Everyone harass Dutchie in the chat and tell him to come see us. We gotta get this guy on here. He's too important to the Fringe family.
So over here, if we can see, that's Derek's over there with all the very important people. They're getting ready to start the show in a couple minutes. You can see over here on the side, we've got just people lined up, standing.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what the back looks like now. I'm gonna lift this thing
Oh, there
way
he
up.
is. There he is. There's the man
Way
himself.
I don't know if you guys can see the back because I can't see the camera.
Okay, everyone will see the famous Dutchie.
Here we go. Get ready.
The mic stand giving you a hard time?
Get in here.
There he is. There he is.
This is Dutchie, ladies and
guys.
gentlemen. Welcome to the stream.
How you guys doing? Yeah, full event. Let me take these out.
Are you enjoying yourself?
Absolutely. I was sitting in the back. It's filling up fast.
Are you here with anybody?
Nope, by myself. My wife's watching though.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll say hi to your wife.
Hi, Mrs. Dutchie.
There you go, Sherry. Yeah, filling up fast in the back. I was sitting by myself. And
Yeah.
I'm not
Well, even the
surprised.
back, like it was empty when we first recorded it, and it was about half full. I'm sure it's pretty close to full now.
Yeah, it's really close.
It's exciting
like
times,
I said,
man.
There's no hiding this now.
There's no hiding this.
No, absolutely.
Somebody's gonna go on Grok and be like, "Oh, there was 4 people there. 4 people. I counted." And yeah, the media was outside earlier. They recorded like 3 counter protesters
Yeah, there was one guy in a flag.
who are probably gonna get
The one guy
they're-
in the flag.
They're gonna get all of the airtime from the mainstream. Or they probably recorded this morning at like 10. When there's 5 people in line.
I want to know if the communists show up.
I don't think they're gonna come in here. That would
No.
be stupid. They might
No.
be outside.
A little bit of combi beaking would be funny. All right,
See,
guys.
we'll be after the show.
Dutchie, thank you so much, man. The legend himself, people. That's good. I did see Carnage Carney earlier, too.
Yeah, Carnage Carney was here earlier when we
Yeah.
showed up.
A whole bunch of other people. This is like I said, this is a good meetup. Awesome people. Derek's probably yelling at us. He's like, the string. You guys are wild. We got a couple of super chats. All right, from Audrey Fisher, 2610, $20 super chat. Thank you, Fringe, for all you do. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for all you do. At the end of the day, guys, just share the chat.
And we're here for you guys. 'Cause
Yeah,
if nobody's
absolutely.
watching, then there's no point in us doing what we do either, right?
Yeah. At 306-275-2198. Welcome to the Fringe.
That's a lot.
Thank you for your membership. Yeah, it's just literally to the number.
Is that a bot?
No, if it is, he's buying memberships. Thanks, guys.
Oh, we're a minute past the hour. We should be starting any time now. Marty doesn't get press seating.
Why are y'all standing in front of the crowd?
Well, if you watch, these are our seats in the press row, and then here's the stage. So we were walking around earlier, but the show should be starting any second now because it's supposed to start at 7. So we're just chilling and waiting for that. And once the show is over, we will be walking around talking to people again like we were earlier. But for right now, we're just waiting for it to go live.
Still people pouring in.
Yeah, they're still piling in through the door.
Oh shoot! All right, some more super chats came in, guys. Thank you very much. From Hamza. I think he's here. I'm pretty sure he's here.
Yeah.
To all the people, I am so jealous of your opportunity to create a new and more perfect democracy from the USA. I guess it's not. I keep you in the thoughts and prayers. Very nice. Thank you, Hamza. Appreciate the super chat, man. Okay, Cody Robinson, 114, $10 super chat. Big love from Windsor, Ontario. Oh, you live in Ontario. Completely support the movement. Only wish my province would join. I might just have to get my ass to Alberta. You know what? Honestly, with that kind of attitude,
if we could fix Ontario, we wouldn't be here, right? Oh, there's Derek, the man himself, the legend.
Hey, Fringe, you're late. You're late.
Well, you know, nobody's perfect. How is everybody? How's the stream going?
Excellent. I don't know if anybody can hear you, so I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
I got you. I got him.
You got him?
People can hear you guys okay?
Yep.
Okay, how is everybody?
Chats from his
Yeah, we're just.
The chat here is frozen. It's not doing anything.
It's not doing anything?
So
That's okay.
It doesn't matter. We're just reading from my phone.
There we go. Well, I appreciate everything you guys are doing. Guys, throw one in the chat for a win for Mike and Matt.
A whole interview with Dutchy. We got him on the stream.
Yeah, we got
Good to
him
hear.
up here.
I'm
yeah.
glad to see that. These guys really are doing God's work, folks, because as the Fringe is up on the stage, this is why I bring in these personalities onto the channel. I think they're fantastic. I really think they're wonderful. I got to throw in a little Trump because we can't do it later. But hey, this is what we're all here for, right? Independence.
Dutchy's just nailing out with the super chat.
What?
Yeah, he's just sitting back there, just super chatting like a boss.
Can we find out what Dutchy does for a living? Because I'd sure like to make that kind of money. And I'd have to do money.
Yeah, $69 chat, Dutchy. There is no hiding this now. Canada is getting put on notice.
The G's out of the bottle, folks. It ain't going back in. I don't know if Matt, have you shown the room yet?
Yeah.
We're gonna do another quick pass. We're gonna do another quick pass.
Another pass. Hey, what do you guys think about the cowboy hat? Throw a 1 in the chat if you, or well, no, I said 1's for Mike. Throw a 2 in the chat if you want the cowboy hat to stick around on the channel for a while. I think it's a good thing for the West. I think it's wonderful.
Garth Brooks.
Derek, they're ready for you.
They're ready for me.
Oh, God, all right, guys.
Enjoy your evening,
Derek's
everybody.
got to go do the thing. Okay, well, if they're ready for him, we don't have time for a walk then, because he's about to start speaking.
Yeah. $139.99 super chat from Dutchy as well. Dutchy, starting to fill up, steady flow in free and Annport, Alberta. Thank you very much. Everybody, give Dutchy a big thumbs up on that one. The guy is the legend.
So they just pulled Derek backstage and said they're ready for him. And since he's emceeing the event, he's going to be first up to the podium. So we should be getting going any minute here now. How many people are here? I couldn't even begin to count. I'm not even sure. Mike gave me the stick. He went to go find his wife, I think. Cowboy hat for Alberta. Tiff in the chat. What up, Tiff? Carson El Gringo. This is my first time holding the stick tonight with the chat, so just kind of hi, everybody. I'll tell you this, it's packed in here, and it keeps filling up even more.
All right, guys, I want to introduce you guys to a friend of mine. This is Michael Harris. He was basically the runner-up after the OSB campaign. Michael's been doing wonderful work at university campuses in Calgary. Let's talk a little bit about what you're doing, man.
Okay, so young people, they want to put in the work. They want to actually put in the work to make their life affordable. Most of these students work 30 to 40 hours a week. They live paycheck to paycheck. They can't afford to live under this Liberal government. More and more students are turning towards Alberta Independence because they want, as my flag says, to not be treaded on. They want to live individually, and they don't want the government to ruin their lives.
Thanks a lot, man. Really appreciate it. All right, the show must go on. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. Enjoy your night, man.
Yeah, thanks, man. I love this kid. He's doing beautiful. We're gonna go far.
We're ready to go. We're gonna sit.
Yep. All right, guys. We're gonna
sit down and
just make inappropriate comments.
Take back your stick. I can't touch the super chats. I don't know how to work that thing. Here we go. Oh, hang on.
Sorrow and anger run deep in the west, and the time now has come for leaving.
The country we knew has slipped far away, and gone is our trust for believing.
Our leaders divide us, our culture erase the laws, now weapon they are wielding. Our resource they hate, our taxes they waste, and criminals always they're shielding. It's time we must leave, a choice that's not small, but good by elites in Ottawa. There's fire in our souls and dreams in our hearts, Alberta set free. A fresh start, our homes are our castles, our children are crowns, so here's where we'll all stand our ground.
Where taxes are low and freedom is found, the world will be Alberta bound.
It's time we must leave, a choice that's not small, but good by elites in Ottawa. There's fire in our souls and dreams in our hearts, Alberta set free. A fresh start.
Really get the whole thing. Fucking narrow street.
You're failing, there's no cure for all that's ailing.
Crime is rising, drugs are flowing, government jobs is all that's growing.
Your fiscal shifts quickly sinking down. Elbows at the circus of crime. The sense of frustration calls hate spin moves to serve our deep state.
Mass immigration leads to decline, net zero shelf where no sun will shine.
They're holding us over a barrel of need, but just watch when Alberta's unleashed. It's time. Choice that's not small, but good by elites in Ottawa. There's fire in our souls and dreams in our hearts, Alberta set free. A fresh start.
We are here this evening to celebrate the Stay Free Alberta petition and getting everything organized and ready to go for a referendum to an Alberta strong and free. My name is Nicole and I'm here tonight to welcome our MC up to the stage, but before I bring him up here, I'm just going to take care of a couple housekeeping items. I'm going to let you know that the exits, emergency exits, are on the side walls over here. We do have a hearing impaired interpreter up on stage with us this evening because we have a handful of people in the corner. Let's give them a huge round of applause. There are also washrooms. There's washrooms over here on this side as well as in the back. So if you do need to use them, feel free. I'd like to also send out a huge welcome to our vendors in the back. Please make sure you go and see them. We have some Stay Free Alberta lawn signs. Those are available in the back for $20 cash. if you would like one of those, please go grab them. We have many for you. So that's one of the things I wanted to let you know. I would also like to say a huge round of applause for our volunteers. They are incredible. Without our volunteers, we wouldn't have this amazing venue and the amazing outcome. They are downstairs signing petitions this evening. The doors will close at 10 o'clock. If you get down there and you are in line, we will take you until we're done with the last one. So if you have not signed and you would like to, please go downstairs and visit our volunteers that are down there. The other thing I wanted to let you know is we do have donations and we will be passing around the buckets while we are doing our event. So it'll be going on throughout the event because there are a lot of you here. So if you'd like to donate, $50 or less can go into the buckets. It's only $50 or less. If you'd like to make a donation higher than $50, you'll see our volunteers over on the side and go see them. All right, those are all of my list items that I wanted to chat with you about, but I want to get you guys excited. So I am going to, on the count of 3, I would like for you guys to give me let's go. So 1, 2, 3, let's go! And with that, I will introduce our MC this evening, Derek from Unacceptable Fringe. Please welcome him to the stage. Derek.
Derek is a leading voice. A leading voice in Western song. Look at that, bud.
Hey, Alberta.
Bring it up! Yeah!
Who's ready? For independence. I love it. Before we get started tonight, folks, before I continue on with this show, I just want to take a minute to acknowledge and thank Nicole. Stay free, Alberta. Without the hard work from Nicole and all of our volunteers, all of our canvassers, everybody at this event, you wouldn't be sitting in this chair tonight. The strenuous work that they go through, the tireless efforts they're putting forward. Nicole, thank you for everything. We owe an unpayable debt to Dr. Modry, to Jeff Raph, and to Mitch Sylvester for the work that they've done. And I know that debt is unpayable because, believe me, folks, I've seen Jeff Rath's rates and you can't afford them. I want to talk for a moment before I bring on our guests about why I'm here tonight. The same reasons I think many of you are. When I was in my teens, my father moved us to this province from Manitoba, and I sat in a moving truck with him and said, "Why are we going to Alberta? Why did you make me uproot my life to go to Alberta, of all places?" He said to me, "Alberta is a province of opportunity. It's a province where you can make anything out of yourself as long as you're willing to work hard, get your hands dirty, and put in a good 9 to 5. That opportunity has fled this province. A couple of decades of bad policies, corrupt government, and abuse from the east. Many politicians have said that this country's broken. Right now, Mark Carney's making deals with China. He's burning this country to the ground. But from the ashes, this province, like a phoenix, is going to rise to the greatest republic that's ever existed in a prosperous nation for every man, woman, and child who lives within its borders. The opportunity my father spoke of will return because of everyone sitting out here, everyone who has gone and lined up across this province, everyone exercising their democratic right for a free and fair Alberta. I can tell you right now, I have never been more proud of this province than I have been watching all of you standing in those lines, signing up for freedom. Now you have to forgive me because there's a little bit of a technical glitch when it comes to my guests. So I'm going to bring out my first guest this evening. Before we do, actually, poll everywhere is going to be up on your screen there, folks. If you guys want to get a shot of that QR code, we're going to be asking your input on several questions tonight. There'll be about a 30-second window per poll, so make sure you get your phones out. Keep in mind, with the steel buildings, there may be issues with reception, so bear with us, folks. We're doing everything we can. As that first question is popping up on the screen, I just want to remind everybody that this is a grassroots-driven event with Stay Free Alberta. Donations to help fund this campaign can be made over at the table on the side over here, only to a limit of $50. Anybody wanting to contribute more than $50, ask at the table. They will arrange for who you need to speak with in order to. Now we'll bring up our first question of the evening. Coming into this event, how do you feel about an independent Alberta?
That's a big dare.
One word, click and submit. As you can see, everything's popping up on the screen in real time. See words like cheerful, inspired, hopeful, optimistic, freedom, excited, overdue, encouraging, exhilarating, empowered. This is the path Albertans are choosing to take tonight, folks, and it's one that's unstoppable. The country wants to pretend that we don't have the right to do this. They keep saying, you can't leave. You can't vote your way out of it. The last time I checked, folks, we weren't asking their permission.
Yeah!
Next on the screen, vote for one topic of greatest interest to you within an independent Alberta. Canada Pension Plan transfer to an Alberta pension plan. RCMP funding, military and policing. Finance, taxes, currency considerations, swap and credit lines. Alberta's sovereign Indigenous people in an independent Alberta. Oil pipelines, sustainability in the environment, or immigration and deportation plan. Please cast your votes.
Yep, that tracks.
I can only guess.
I love like the live up. Lovely, like the live feed. It's good stuff.
Sorry, folks.
Sorry, guys. I'll get to the super chats, but after this.
It's really hard for me to record that screen because we're so close to it and we have the vertical video.
I like how deportation plan just destroyed everything.
Yep.
Yeah, finances, taxes.
Yeah, first comes the deportation, then the finances.
Yeah,
those
money
are the top
and
two.
the deportation. Yeah. Hey guys, thanks again. Let's just get Sean P73 gifting 20 unacceptable Fringe memberships. Thank
On the
you very
screen,
much.
folks, you're going to see a number of slides talking about the importance of an independent Alberta. If you haven't seen these slides yet, make sure to go over to stayfreealberta.com. You can always check out their resources. Again, a wonderful, wonderful plethora of resources up there.
Carson.
I'm going to now invite my first speaker, Mr. Jimson Clare, up onto the stage.
Carson gifting 10 unacceptable Fringe memberships. Thank you, good sir.
He's reserved
Joel Lyman becoming a member for 7 months.
Served in the Princess Patricia Canadian Light Infantry. He served with the Canadian Airborne Regiment 2 Commando, the Canadian Para Company, and the Royal Regina Rifles. He served in Croatia, Bosnia, and Afghanistan with 33 years experience. Jim will speak on the values that this country was formed upon. Give him a big round of applause to thank him for his service.
Yes, sir. Standing ovation, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely.
Standing O.
I get pretty emotional when I see what this Canada, what this group of people are actually trying to do. That was amazing. I appreciate the applause. 33 years ago when I joined the Army, if you would ask me then if I'd be standing in front of a bunch of amazing people like you are, I wouldn't believe I'd be here. And I really feel everybody in this room 33 years ago probably didn't ever think our country would be in the situation it's in right now. So, as a young man, when I joined the Army, it came to a point where I realized what my job was going to do. I had to do some soul searching to
He's spaced out.
to find a motive, a reason that I could take another person's life. And I was going to quit the Army and just find another thing to do on the farm, like my mom wanted me to do. But I found my reason to put my life on the line and actually take other lives by the men and the women that were beside me. And that was why I stayed and made a career out of it, and I do it all over again. So that was
Just real quick, for anybody chatting, we're not going to be doing too much talking while this guy is
the
speaking.
values that I learned as a young man in a community that was full of veterans from World War II, they stick with me to this day. And there's a picture that's, I think it's behind me or wherever it is. There was a picture that was on the screen that showed me on top of a burning school in Afghanistan where they executed the girls that were going to that school. We were in a position where we were going to be overrun, and I was fighting with the American Army at the time. And anyways, I didn't have a picture of me if we were to get killed. They'd put it on the news. So I quickly took my helmet off, put on my beret. I was part of the Regina Rifles then, fighting with the Patricians, but like I said, we're attached to the Americans, and I asked the Americans to take a quick picture of me in case that was going to be my last day. And I wanted it to show the people of Canada that I was determined to be there, and I was dying because I believed in this nation. And unfortunately, that's not what's going on here right now. And the values that our soldiers went and fought for in World War I and World War II, they're not represented in our country anymore. I was also involved in an incident where in Croatia, I was involved in a mine incident where my sergeant was wounded. Another man was killed instantly, and there was another engineer sergeant in that minefield. And when you enter a minefield, there's a process you're supposed to go through, and you find the mines, make a trail, and evacuate people safely. Well, the minefield started on fire, so that option was right out the window. And like I'm standing up here now looking at all of you people, I was standing on top of a vehicle that was blowing up in the incident as well, and I was looking across this field, this really tall, high grass, and the death and destruction in front of me, and I was looking for my boss because I knew that guy was dead. And I saw my army partner stand up, and he was through this tall grass. the only way to get to them before everybody burnt alive in the fire was to run through this minefield and pull out what I loved at that time was that man to get him out of there. And I ran into another guy while I was there, so it turned into a situation. But that's basically what's going on now is that we love a part of this country. We're running into a minefield that's on fire, and you don't know how you're going to do it, but through teamwork, you're going to get through this, and we're going to pull this off.
Yes, we are.
And you're going to hear lots of talk today about currency and money, and the most important currency that we all have is the blood that courses through our veins.
It's more than I got.
And that's the number one currency of a country. And that country, this country in Canada, the men that spilled that blood, the most valuable currency that we all have, that paid for this nation and paid for our values and our morals that we should be living by, they're not there, and I hope to see that in a new free in Alberta.
Yes.
Anyways, I'm honored to be here. I won't take up any more of your time. I thank you very much, and I love you guys, and God bless.
Alberta Boy 400, $100 super chat. I agree with the Fringe. I've never been more proud of my nation. I was born in. All these folks should be proud to take stand and participate. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's keep this show rolling. Let's bring out our next guest of the evening, our next speaker for you tonight. Just waiting for them to update the slide.
Oh, there's a slide there.
Miss Eva Chipia. Focused on safeguarding property rights in the context of major energy developments and advocating for civil liberties and legal challenges against the government. A significant highlight of her civil liberties advocacy was the rare opportunity to cross-examine Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau, during a live broadcast that garnered global attention. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Eva Chipia.
She's tiny.
Good evening, Calgary. Right now, there's a lot of excitement about the prospect of an independence referendum in Alberta, and rightly so. It's truly inspiring to see Albertans paying attention, asking serious questions, and preparing to directly exercise their democratic voices, lawfully, peacefully, and powerfully. Citizen engagement at this scale is not something to fear. It's something to respect and protect. I remember back in the 1990s when I was a young girl, hearing about the talk about the Quebec referendum. I didn't really understand what it meant. In my child's mind, I imagined that if Quebec voted yes, it would somehow float away and become its own little island. I guess the other side of the room is getting the audio later. What strikes me today is not that a child once misunderstood a constitutional question, but that decades later, many adults still do. Because even now, there are people who speak as though Alberta voting on its future would result in chaos and disorder overnight. That is simply not the case. That is why I am here today, to inspire confidence in the process and to address directly and without apology those who deliberately sow fear while disparaging fellow citizens. A healthy democracy does not mock civic engagement. It depends on it, and it thrives because of it. So let us set aside the noise, speculation, and deliberate nonsense, and focus on one simple question. What does the day after a successful referendum actually look like? Cheering is encouraged. In the morning, when we, the citizens of the beautiful and resilient province of Alberta, wake up to the news that Albertans have exercised their right to self-determination and voted to become a truly free and independent nation, life continues much as it did the day before. Let that settle the alarmists and the fearmongers. Legally speaking, the Constitution will not disappear. The laws of Canada will remain in force. Courts will continue to function. Contracts remain binding. Schools and hospitals remain open. Businesses will continue to power the life of the province. Life will go on. What does change is something far more powerful and unprecedented in Alberta history. The great people of Alberta will have spoken clearly and lawfully. And that injects something into the system that cannot be ignored: honesty. And don't we need a good dose of that? A clear democratic mandate from the people strips away pretense and political games. It forces public institutions and office holders to confront what Albertans actually want, rather than what's most convenient for them. Elected officials, federally, provincially, and including Indigenous leadership, are no longer free to dismiss, delay, and deflect. They are constitutionally required to listen, and more than that, they are required to act. When the people speak clearly, the obligations of those in power changes. That is democracy functioning exactly as designed. That is what the day after looks like. This referendum is not a tantrum. It is not rebellion, and it's not a negotiating tactic. And it certainly is not treason.
I'm okay with treason. Fuck it.
A referendum is one of the simplest and most direct expressions of the democratic will of the people. Even the Supreme Court of Canada has been clear on this point, and this cannot be ignored. Albertans are law-abiding people. We do not rush change, but when change becomes necessary, we meet it responsibly. And we all know why this moment has arrived. We see it in our daily lives, in rising costs, declining services, and growing distrust in institutions meant to serve the public. The reason Albertans are demanding better government is simple. The system is no longer delivering what it promised.
Yes, that is it right there. But we're still paying for it.
This referendum will not solve every problem overnight, but it will do something essential. It will force honesty into the system and return responsibility where it belongs, with the people.
Yeah!
Self-determination is not radical. Democratic participation is not dangerous. Asking a question is not treason. An informed and engaged citizenry is not a threat to democracy. It is proof that democracy is still alive. Alberta's future will not be built by fear, but by those willing to meet it head-on with clarity, integrity, and resolve.
Can you pan the camera?
This moment demands confidence. The people have a will, the people have a voice, And when that will and voice is heard, it must be respected. And that's why we're here today, because hope deserves a response. We are here today answering that call, standing up for a system where citizens are not afraid to challenge the government. We are here defending open debate without censorship. We are here protecting a society that encourages disagreement rather than punishing it. Insisting on leadership that respects citizens instead of disparaging them.
In between,
And
I'll get
calling
another
for a
good
government
shot of the crowd.
that is transparent
People are
about
asking
how
for
public
it. I
money
guess you guys
is
can hear me.
spent.
In between speakers, I'll get a really good shot.
Yeah. And most of all, we're here because we believe in a place where the basics of a good life are now not out of reach, where streets are safe, where groceries are affordable, where families can get ahead, where our youth can build a future. Where hard work is rewarded and not eroded by policies made far away.
Hell to the yes.
Public trust cannot be demanded, it must be earned. A free society does not tell its people to sit down, stay quiet, and do as you're told. A free society listens.
Woo!
So if you're tired of being dismissed, of being told to comply without question, tired of being silenced, this is your moment. I am inviting all of you to make your voices heard, clearly, confidently, and so that Ottawa hears it once and for all.
Yeah!
Which one's on? Oh, here we go. Have a chip back, ladies and gentlemen. Now for the man of the hour. The man who's going to get us to an independent republic. Mitch Sylvester speaks on the missed justices, federal government, current events, and our plan for our current referendum petition. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome Mitch Sylvester to the stage.
I'm going to take a picture with all of you right now. Thank you. Let's talk politics. How many of you is the first political meeting?
Oh, he's going to walk, all right.
Oh, there's a lot of veterans in the room. Do you agree that the province of Alberta shall cease to be a part of Canada to become an independent state? Just in case there's a question out there. That question is directly out of the clarity. The word state does not mean 51st state. So just understand, we spent a month in court on the last question. So this one we took exactly out of the Clarity Act. It's in the Canadian Constitution. So that is what it is. It means that we will become an independent country on our own. So just to be clear, I get asked that every night, and away we go. With my clicker out of my pocket here. Okay, we desire and every Canadian desires that the great trade of the prairies shall go to enrich our people in the East, to build up factories in the workshops of Eastern Canada, and contribute in every way towards prosperity. So how about this? We desire, every Albertan desires, that the great trade of Alberta shall go to enrich our own people, our kids, our grandkids, to build up factories and the workshops of Alberta and contribute in every way to our prosperity. We're the business arrangement. This is what the people in the East think about us. You, the West, will think the rest. That has been the way it's been for 120 years. We want to know what's going on. If you were in a business arrangement with a group of people that didn't respect you and continued to abuse you, would you stay in that business arrangement? No. Confederation is working exactly the way it's designed to work. Understand this, Western Canada has a population of 11.7 million people. We have 24 senators. Atlantic Canada has a population of 2.4 million and has 30 senators. But it gets worse. Alberta has a population of 4.4 million people and we have 6 senators. We have twice as many people as Atlantic Canada and they have 30 senators. How could we possibly get a decision go our way? And it's no different than the other side of the house. This is how the country's broken up. 42 seats in BC, 14 and 14 makes 28. That's 70. Add 34 Alberta seats. That doesn't even add up to what Ontario has.
Yep.
Supreme Court justices, 2 for all of Western Canada. 3 for Ontario, 3 for Quebec, 1 for the Maritimes. And equalization payments, how does that work? Well, I'll tell you how it works. Quebec doesn't put Hydro-Quebec in their balance sheet. So Alberta puts our outbacks in their balance sheet, and Quebec becomes a have-not province as a consequence of that, and we end up paying them a whole bunch of money. And $13.3 billion, and it's year after year. But here's a slide that I really want you to pay attention to. Those numbers are equalization payments per taxpayer. Look at the number in New Brunswick, $6,500 per taxpayer. In PEI, $6,100 per taxpayer. So I want you to understand something. They are buying votes with our money. That's exactly what they're doing. We give $47 billion a year to Ottawa, every single year. $40,000 per Alberta household. And a pension, let's go there. So the first thing I want you to understand is you will not lose your pension. You will remain a Canadian citizen in a free and independent Alberta. The second thing I want you to see is who's paying the bill. Look at that big red line at the bottom left. That's what Alberta pays. BC pays $8.9 billion. Everybody else is a net taker. Understand this, Alberta seniors collect $6 billion a year. Our taxpayers pay $9 billion a year to the CPP. We have a $3 billion a year overage.
Cdnpoli.
That $3 billion according to the CPP Act is supposed to go into a fund for Alberta seniors. And that's since the 60s. And that's a rule that Ontario put in because it didn't want to pay more than its share. But what happened? We, according to the CPP Act, would call back our over-contribution plus interest anytime the Premier chooses to do that. So I'm asking the question, why hasn't she done it?
Just the capital matter.
That number that Ottawa owes us today is $400 billion. Now I want you to unpack that a little bit. Just understand this. CPP is claiming to get 9.5%, so we'll round it off at 10% interest. So just the interest on that money is $40 billion a year, plus a $9 billion contribution. Our seniors collect 6. We would have a $43 billion net on that. We can afford to give our seniors a 6-fold increase in pay and not touch a principal. This is one of the town halls that I hosted with the Premier. And she said something that I remember, and it was the way she said it. It was more the way she said it than anything else. When I became Premier, I thought I would fix everything in 6 or 7 months, but everything is broken. At her level, that means everything's too corrupt to fix. Look what Mr. Carney's given us. All the major projects Ottawa's announced. You see any in Alberta? Absolutely not. But the RCMP are aware of 4,000 organized crime groups operating within Canada. 4,000 organized crime groups. It's because we have no racketeering and no money laundering laws here. And look at the crime has risen in Canada in the past 10 years. Look at the bottom three. Human trafficking, extortion, child pornography.
The highest one.
That's all.
Jesus.
That's all organized crime type stuff. Let's look at what the Liberals have done to us in the last 10 years. Just in case you're feeling bad about this. Understand that Alberta is one of the richest pieces of real estate in the world, if not the richest. We would easily be one of the richest countries in the world right off the bat. We have trillions of dollars in resources. And what we have, more importantly, is a group of people that understand how to work, understand how to produce. We're producers, we're business people, and what we fervently wish is for Ottawa to get the heck out of our, and stay in their lane, and get out of our road so we can make Alberta's prosperous. Now here's what I consider to be the major problem of why we cannot negotiate with Ottawa. I was asked several times today, even I did a couple CBC interviews, I said, what do you think of an independent Alberta within Canada? Yeah, they're talking to me now. An independent Alberta within Canada. Well, I said, it's not possible. And they said, why is that? I said, because you can't negotiate with criminals.
Woo!
So when plunder becomes a way of life for a group of men in a society over the course of time, they create for themselves a legal system that authorizes it and a moral code that glorifies it. An audit of $187 billion worth of Liberal infrastructure spending finds 20,000 missing projects. Now let's unpack that for a minute. Just understand what that means. What that means is those projects were paid for, but they don't exist. Right? They paid for 20,000 projects out of a $187 billion budget, but those projects were never built. Mr. Gilbo, slide for 250. Arrive can. Let's talk about Arrive can. What did they do? They went to court, they lost, so the judge sealed it for 75 years. Mr. Trudeau, $400 million green fund, 250 scandal, where he didn't account for the money. $250 million spent on the vaccine factory that never built the vaccine. So we're already talking about $1 billion worth of theft here that we can see very clearly. And I just want to ask everybody a little question. Did we elect kings?
Nope.
How many people in the room think that the Liberal government is stealing from us? Hands up. So that's the problem. We understand that it's happening. We know they're doing it. They know we know we're doing it. But then what are we going to do about it? So they sealed that for 75 years. So I'm going to ask you another question. Do you think they would do that if it was you and stole a whole bunch of money? Mr. Trudeau spent. Mr. Trudeau spent $11,000 million on overseas gender program. $11,000 million. I want to ask you, how many of you think that there was any money laundering that went on there? So let's just play this game. So you go to a foreign government and say, you know what, I'm going to give you $1 million for a gender program. Would you give me $900 million back? What do you think the odds are that happened? I'm not sure that happened. I'm not going to pretend that I know that happened. But I think it did. And the one thing I want you to know about that is once that money leaves the country, how can they trace it? Foreign interference is the greatest strategic threat facing Canada's national security, says CSIS.
I think the biggest security threat to Canada is China. We're heartened by the leadership of President Xi Jinping and the speed with which our relationship has progressed in recent months. I believe the progress that we have made in the partnership sets us up well for the new world.
All right, election integrity. Mr. Carney absolutely said that he agreed that we had a foreign interference problem. But Mr. Trudeau found 11 federal candidates that China reportedly aided in our election. So does that mean that we have free and fair election? And why didn't Mr. Trudeau have to look at it? He said he couldn't find anybody. I found one for him, Mary and G. See that look on her face? She's being asked right now what happened to the $130 million that her ministry had to create startups and jobs. And she didn't know where it went. And she never went to jail. How is it possible that we can make a deal with these people when they're absolutely criminal and everybody knows it, including them? And this is where this all started. In 2015, Mr. Trudeau said there's no core identity, no mainstream in Canada, and consequently that makes us the first post-national state. New World Order. That started in 2015. They've been planning that ever since. There is nothing accidental about the path we're on. Not one thing accidental about the path we're on. Here's the ring that controls all the rings. In 1954, there was a statute in the Criminal Code of Canada that said it was illegal for the media to lie to the public. However, in 29, yeah, that's funny, right? But it never used to be that way. However, in 2019, Bill C-39 was voted on and passed in Parliament to remove it. So they can lie to you. So our government passed a bill that made it legal for them to lie to you. Step one. Step two, Mr. Trudeau said the very concept of a nation founded by European settlers is offensive to me. He's offended by us. Old stock white Canadians are an unpleasant relic and quite frankly replaceable. And we will replace them. So let's just be very clear here. I'm not mad at the immigrants. They came here for what they thought we had growing up. I can't be angry with them. That is not their problem. The problem here is uncontrolled immigration. And what did he do? Look at the graph. 2015, when Mr. Harper was in power, 15 million immigrants have come into Canada since 2015. We have a population of 44 million. 15 million new people since then. It's like having to put build in Edmonton the infrastructure of Edmonton every year to keep up to that. It's absolutely not sustainable. 1.94 million temporary resident applications this year. And I'm going to ask you a question really about national security. If we're allowing 2 million immigrants into the country every year, would it be unreasonable to think that maybe 200,000 of them could be foreign soldiers? I'm just asking you, would that be unreasonable to think that? So, why would our government do that to us? Peter Sullivan, who used to work for the UN, he said this: we must use migration to turn the English people into a minority in England. This will allow us to undermine the identity of the native English and import a new majority that will end the very idea of England. This is critical for globalism to take a hold of England. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what's happening here. Very clearly. And if you think it's an accident, the UN has a paper called Replacement Migration. There it is. Canada, step 3 now. Immigration, control the media. Step 3, Canada has 33 taxes, the highest in the world. Hollow out the middle class. They're doing it on purpose, without a question. Here they are. Carbon tax, personal income tax, corporate income tax, GST, excise taxes on fuel, alcohol, tobacco, cannabis, air travel security tax, luxury tax, provincial territorial tax, capital gains tax, land transfer tax, media tax, regulation tax, CPP tax, and business tax. It's exhausting just saying it. Can you imagine paying it? And we are.
I don't have to
we
imagine.
all the time.
Don't have to imagine
Step
it.
4, inflation. Do you know that if we print double the money supply, it halves the value of the money? Right, so understand that your money, if you had $100,000
If I can get a minute in between speakers, I'll take a walk.
supply, 5 years later, they double the money supplies, that money would only buy half of what it bought on day one. And they understand that. They totally understand. And not only that, they borrow all that money, we're paying $1 billion a week in interest on it. And what would you do if you're in business? If you borrowed money, you would want to pay it back. But what do? They sabotage our oil bill. By far, the biggest industry in the country. So how are you supposed to pay that debt back if they carbon cap you? They eliminate jobs. They eliminate business opportunity. And they're doing it on purpose. They don't like us.
They don't like us very much.
Energy, West Coast, we say we're landlocked. We're not landlocked, we're policy locked. They bring tankers full of oil down to St. Lawrence every day. But yet we can't put a tanker on the West Coast. We could change that in Freeland, Independent Alberta. We could change those rules. And carbon tax. Carbon taxes cost Canadians billions over 5 years, hurting the economy while reducing CO2 emissions by 11.9 gigatons. China emits 11.9 gigatons every day and a half. So we're shutting our entire oil industry down based on this lie. Because I want to ask you a question, even if it was legit. We sell them coal. We sell them coal. The coal comes right from here. Leaves the point of Vancouver and goes straight to China. And that CO2, unless I'm mistaken, doesn't just sit over China. It would blow all over the place. So what's happening is the government is using this to do all of the other stuff. The globalists would like to keep our industries in the ground where they can see them in a nice, safe place, because this is a nice, safe country. But they don't want you to benefit from them. They want to benefit from them. None of the biggest CO2 producing nations in the world pay carbon tax, just us. Carbon tax revenue, there you go, you see the big countries in there. You see the USSR, you see the USA, you see China, you see Pakistan, you see India on that. No. And Danielle just signed this MOU with them, and Carney's celebrating a 6-fold increase in carbon tax. I'll ask you a question, and that was supposed to be a win. How can increasing carbon tax by 6-fold help the people of Alberta? It's going to cost us $6 to $10 a barrel more to produce our oil. Make us non-competitive. And to top that off, they build pathways. You know what pathways is? That's all part of this MOU. Pathways is a carbon-sucking machine that would take CO2 and turn it into liquid and inject it into the ground. And then it's poisonous. It might increase oil flow. But if we haven't got a carbon problem, why should Alberta taxpayers spend $50 billion on pathways?
Who owns the company that makes the carbon capture plant?
So,
Brookfield.
putting this out of work, creating more money, making life harder for all of you. And they're doing it on purpose. Carbon taxes will be legal in Alberta, but the aforementioned Supreme Court held it up. Went right to the top, we won. They said, no, you can't do that. And here's where the rubber meets the road. Norway, which started after us, they produce 2.1 million barrels of oil a day. Alberta produces 4.6 million barrels of oil a day. They have a $1.95 trillion US oil fund, and we're $100 billion in debt. How's that work? Do you actually think that if we were negotiating our own deals, building our own pipelines, because we could negotiate with BC, you know, because BC sends 70% or 80% of its trade from those ports right through Alberta. We could tariff them day one. And then they would have to play nice. Now just imagine the difference it would make in our lives if we had a $2 trillion US oil fund that comes to about $340,000 US per citizen. Now all of our trade goes south. People say you're landlocked. Well, we're already landlocked. And 88% of our trade goes south. And not only do they attack our oil patch, they attack our farms. In the next emergency, they said that they will be able to come to your farm and seize your land and your herd. And that's a law, 1893. And what just happened to the ostriches? Those were dead ostriches in that picture up there. You seize that herd.
Stay away from our livestock.
Yeah. COVID was a mess. COVID is what got me involved in politics. Never was involved in politics before, so our government put out a paper, Alberta's COVID-19 pandemic response, and I'm just asking you, to this day, the leading cause of death in Alberta the last several years was unknown causes. I'm going to share with you that there is no such thing as unknown causes. And we got this study done, but it never went anywhere. Why is that? Government minister admits that COVID restrictions are all about political power and control. Well, that's what it was all about. Digital ID. They're talking about digital ID. Bring it in. If they have digital ID and digital currency,
You're in a cage.
that's going to trap us. Bill C8, you'll be kicked off the internet and you will have no recourse. Our base said, C8, C9 come through, we will no longer be free people. Now here's the other thing, if you think this is nonsense, red flag with a gun grab is your neighbors will be able to squeal on you and they will go to your house and take your guns. They don't have to tell you who told on you. You will not have due process and you will have to go prove to them that you were not guilty. This is real, this is Canada. Listen to this, Bill C9. So I'm asking a question, why is our government passing these kind of laws? C9 is a very dangerous bill. It uses the concept of naming a group. A political entity, the Order in Council, names a group a hate group, pursuant to 83.01. From there, the members of the group are all guilty by virtue of possession of the symbol. Mark Miller, the Liberal, in debate, names the Bible and Torah as hate and states there's no legitimate religious offense. It means the group is Christians or Jews, and because he said other religious texts, the Quran. This enables the government to target the religious individuals as part of the group. This is exceptionally evil, broad, and typical only of communist countries. So I want to read you this part, which I find is really interesting and why I have the other slide. There is an unlimited forfeiture clause. Is it your house, your bank account? Is it your life? You are the person by which the means of the offense was committed. This clause, ever written, is this is what happens next. It says, it may, in addition to other punishment imposed, be ordered by the presiding provincial court judge or judge to be forfeited to His Majesty in right of the province in which that person is convicted or disposal. As the Attorney General may direct. What's that all about? This is Canada. And here we go. They're coming for our guns. The amnesty will be over in October. I explained to the Premier. I said to the Premier, at the end of it, so they're going to stop paying you for them in March.
Doesn't matter.
And then they're going to come for them in October. But if you don't give them up, you're going to become a criminal on that day. Our Premier says, oh no, we're not going to let them come to your house. We're going to tell the RCP they can't enforce that. But what if you leave Alberta? So if you leave Alberta, they'll make you a criminal on day one. Okay, not even if you leave Alberta, they will know that you have these guns, the restricted guns, they're going to make you a criminal. Then the next thing they can do is you can't have a pal and be a criminal. So they're going to take your pal away. At that point, then they're absolutely able to go to your house and get all of your guns, even your non-restricted ones.
Come get them.
And there's a 3-year jail penalty for that. And we've asked the Premier repeatedly, why do we not have Alberta gun laws? they don't seem to want to do it. This is a 3-year battle. We've been fighting this battle for 3 years with them. We need an Alberta gun license. They don't want to do it.
Yes.
So, just in case you didn't know, guns don't kill people. People kill people. Honduras, with a population of 8.2 million people, bans guns. Highest homicide rate in the world. Switzerland trains its 17, 18-year-olds to become soldiers and then sends them home with their automatic weapon. There's a fully automatic weapon in every house in Switzerland with a trained soldier that knows how to use it. And I think, and we have the lowest homicide rate in the world.
If you think there's somebody in that house with a fucking automatic gun, you're not breaking in.
She said that if you don't want to get shot, don't break into anybody's house. But yet she's not standing up for us to get our guns taken back, and I wish she would. But I'm going to give her some slack right now, so just so you know. We're here because we changed Bill 14. And I have not lost the sight of that. However, this gun stuff is very concerning to me, because she's going to make a criminal out of 350,000 Albertans in one crack if we don't change that. So, as good as this is, allow us to pursue this path that we're on, that has to be addressed. And the well-regulated militia, being necessary for the security of the free states, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed.
Shall not be infringed. Did I stutter?
All right, so let's check out what's going on with our economy. We grew 1.4% in 10 years. There's absolutely no way that they can do that unless they try. They have to try to do that. There's no way that you can do that in this country with everything we have. We'll only grow our economy 1.4% in 10 years. And Mr. Trudeau, having done all that, gives the keys to Mr. Carney, the business genius. And $85 billion worth of investment left here, because you know what? People are seeing it. They don't want to spend any money here because they don't see a business case for it. In his book, Mr. Carney says this: Western society is morally rotten, and that has been corrupted by capitalism, which has brought about a climate emergency. This, he claims, requires rigid controls on personal freedoms.
Yeah, it's been about that the whole time.
More rigid controls on personal freedoms. C8, C9, he's showing us that.
The super chat's got to be over.
Assets will be stranded. What he ultimately wants is a technocratic dictatorship. So if we unpack that, a technocratic dictatorship is unelected big business running our country. We talked about carbon tax already. So what happened? Since the business genius got into business, our economy shrank another 0.3% in October. And what does he do? Pumps $33 billion into bureaucracy. Again, another drain on us. These people do not produce anything. They're totally conscious of what they're doing. They're consciously crippling our economy and consciously hurting us. And he's got 103 ethics violations. Each one of those is a crime. Every one of those he should be impeached for. Every one. And I watched him flat out lie to a CBC reporter. CBC reporter asked him if he had any business conflicts. He said, no. Basically, read my lips. No, I don't have any. And since he's been in Prime Minister, there's been 42 contracts. All have been with Brookfield. Imagine. And Canada pledges $4.3 billion to the Ukraine at the G7. 2 days later, Brookfield gets a contract for $4.3 billion to rebuild the Ukraine.
Funny how that math works.
You can't even make that up.
When your math don't math.
12,500 dead from AIDS. We lead the world in assisted suicide. And what do? They take and sell the organs. These are the people that we're dealing with. $93 billion on UBI, I'll let Jeff get into that. So here's the problem. We don't have a CO2 problem, we've got a corruption problem. And there's no fixing this corruption problem. So here's the pattern. I saw Jim at the Prairie Rising conference, and he came, and he made a profound impact on me. His currency, his blood being currency, is something that really hit home with me. Because here we are. We have a path here. And our currency that we have to spend right now is our time. We don't have to get shot. We don't have to get shot at. We have to spend our time and work really hard at this. Sign up to be a canvasser and talk to your neighbors. That's the way this gets done. I want you to be absolutely crystal clear here. Everybody says to me, Mitch, what about the soft middle in Calgary, decent people? Well, I'm going to share something with you. There's only two sides to this. Either you're a globalist or you're with us. It's that simple.
Yeah!
Everybody wants to play elbows up and use the hockey thing. And I played a little bit of hockey, I understand how that works. How it works is you have a bully running around the ice, intimidating your players. And your players, because they're being intimidated, lose all their fine motor skills. So what's going to happen is they're going to come to you with all these fear-mongering things, and they're going to try to scare you and freeze you in one spot. It's going to take courage to get through this. So if you're in a hockey rink, and I can guarantee you I know about this, you decide if you're going to put up with that or you're going to stand up for your team and your teammates. You go stand up beside that guy, and what do you say?
Let's drop him.
Let's go.
Let's drop him.
And then you fight. Thank you very much.
I want you guys to see this. There's packed to the fucking walls in here.
Mitch Sylvester, ladies and gentlemen. What a guy. Now, if that wasn't advertised, let's get ready for the main course. Our next guest very rarely needs an introduction. Jeff Raph, constitutional lawyer, legal counsel for Stay Free Alberta, board of directors of the AP Society. Jeff is a constitutional lawyer with 34 years experience. He's a leader and strong supporter of Alberta Independence, being the only option for Alberta. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome super lawyer Jeff Raph.
Calgary, Alberta! Woo! I'm so proud to be in Alberta tonight! Oh my God, look at all of you! Monday night in Calgary! This is fantastic! Thank you all for coming out. Before we get started tonight, I want to assure everybody, Sue is a real sign language interpreter, not a fake sign language interpreter like they had at Nelson Mandela's funeral. She's the real deal. We spent real money for this. It's awesome. Thank you, Sue. Appreciate you. Now, while we're on that subject, I want to thank all of the canvassers that were here today. Over 150 of your fellow Albertans got their canvassing badges, went through the canvassing training, and made sure that nobody had to stand out in the cold for more than 5 or 10 minutes. Right? We got through the lineup this morning, the 600 people that were lined up before we opened at 11. We got through that line in about 30 minutes because we could just run people through, 150 people at a time. It was awesome this morning. So for Jason Kenney, who said we're just a bunch of malcontents sitting in a bar in Didsbury that couldn't organize a 2-car funeral procession, wake up. This is what Alberta looks like. Woo! We fired you once. We don't need to hear it from you again. Right? Now, the next thing I want to talk about tonight is how important, Mitch has already touched on it, how important it is for all of you to go to stayfreealberta.com, and if you can, if you got the time, and it doesn't take a lot of time, please register as a canvasser and get your canvassing badges. Because each and every one of you probably has 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 people in your circle that other people can't get to. They might not
Up on
actually
the big
want to
screen,
go out and
guys.
find a signing location or go to an event. You've all got those people in your circle. You know, whether it's your mom or your dad or your grandparents in a lodge, you know, whether it's, you know, you're going to a family reunion, whatever it is, you know, we want to get to 1.8 million
It's a little
signatures.
delayed from what I'm hearing.
Right? That would be more than the people who voted in the last election in Alberta. If we could get to that number, we wouldn't even have to have a referendum. Right? So it's going to take all of us working together to get there, right? I was kind of laughing this morning, our little friend, little Tommy the Commie Lukasik, right? Little Tommy, right? He was actually on Twitter today saying, oh, an Alberta Independence referendum, it's inevitable now. It's inevitable.
I could smell his tears.
Quarter, and that little weasel's already throwing in the towel. Right?
Woo!
You know, all of this is moving forward exactly the way it should and exactly the way we always imagined it would, right? Albertans, notwithstanding anything they say from, you know, Quebec, oh, Alberta has no culture, right? We do have a culture. You know, we wake up in the morning, we work hard, we make money to take care of our kids, raise our families, take care of our parents, right, and live good, industrious lives. That is the culture of Alberta.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, as Mitch was saying, and he just glossed over it because he knows I like to whine about this a little bit, but we all know that the Liberal Party and Mark Carney are an existential threat to the province of Alberta.
Yeah, they are. And the rest of us too.
We talk about our Alberta culture. We talk about, you know, the fact that we have a culture that involves hard work, industriousness, working together as a people, right? And they want to destroy that culture. And their plan for destroying that culture, you know, is twofold. Mitch touched on, you know, the unchecked issuance of international mobility permits, temporary foreign worker visas, you know, student visas for people that never leave and they don't know where they are, right? Well, we have an over 9.5% unemployment rate in Alberta right now. Our youth unemployment is over 12.5%. Our Indigenous unemployment is over 24%. Does anybody here think we need any temporary foreign workers to take those jobs?
No.
Right? Does anybody here, you know, people that live in Calgary, we're waiting with bated breath, you know, for the next announcement of the summer water restrictions because Nenshi wouldn't maintain our water system, right? So we live in a city, right? Calgarians live in a city. Thankfully, I live in the country. I have a well. So, but anyway. But, you know, Calgarians live in a city, right, where we don't have enough water, we don't have enough room in our classes for our kids, we don't have enough room in our emergency rooms, and people are literally dying in our ERs because they can't get proper service, and it's because our schools, you know, and our ERs, our water system, our power system, everything, all of our infrastructure is being completely overrun by all these temporary foreign workers, international mobility program workers, and the rest that Carney is intentionally flooding Alberta with. Right? How many people voted for that? Right? So one of the things that, you know, we need to keep in mind is there is a solid future, and I don't want to spend the entire evening, you know, bitching about Mark Carney because it's an easy thing to do, but I do want to finish off on the thought of, you know, what the Liberals are doing or planning to do to destroy our culture. Mitch touched on universal basic income. How many people here know what that means? Right? A few, okay? So universal basic income is a plan by the Liberals, right, to destroy our children, okay? So first thing they want to do is, along with the universal basic income bill, they want to bring in a bill to lower the voting age in Canada to 16, okay? The reason they want to lower the voting age to 16 is so that our 17-year-old kids can vote on a bill called Universal Basic Income, right? That will allow them to drop out of school at the age of 17 and be given $2,000 a month to stay home and not work, not go to school, not have a plan to go to school, have a plan to go to work, just stay home, smoke government legalized marijuana and play video games, and they'll be paid $2,000 a month, right? How many people here raise their kids to live like that, right? No one, right? That is a direct attack on our culture, it's a direct attack on our children, and we will not stand for it. And of course, the easiest way to stop all of this is for all of us to keep doing what we're doing, coming out to events like this, getting our canvassing badges, getting our fellow Albertans to sign what people are calling the Alberta Declaration of Independence petition, right? And doing all of that to vote ourselves the hell out of Canada. The reason we're doing that, I see lots of parents here with their kids tonight, and I just love it, right? I want to shout out to the two beautiful kids in the front row today with their family, and all the other parents that have brought their children out today to witness their parents signing the Alberta Independence petition. There were lots of kids and lots of families here today. That's what this movement is all about, right? We want a future for our children. We want our kids to be able to move out of mom and dad's basement and afford a home, right? We want our kids to be able to afford rent, right? When rents, because of the fact that we've been flooded with all of these federal government subsidized foreign workers, international mobility program workers, and the rest of it, incidentally, all of whom are given more money than our senior citizens and our veterans, right? Taking apartments, driving up rents, making life in general miserable, because that's how Mark Carney and the globalists want us to live, right? They don't live that way. They fly around in their private jets, they meet in Davos, they all talk about how, we're basically a bunch of sheep that need to be herded and taken care of, according to them, right? Don't eat meat, oh no, cows fart too much, right? Can't have beef anymore. While we're on that subject, think about the fact that the Canadian Food Inspection Agency, the same group that murdered all the ostriches in British Columbia, right, now want Alberta farmers and ranchers to have birth certificates for every calf born in Alberta, right?
If I ain't registering my gun, I sure as fuck ain't registering my cow either.
They know exactly how many animals that you have, so you can't hide them from them. So if they want to seize your herd and murder your herd, like they did to the ostriches, they've got it all accounted for. Like, what do we say to that? I say, hell no.
No!
And again, this is why we say that that Mark Carney and his government are an existential threat to the province of Alberta. Every time we turn around, they find some new way to make our lives miserable, right? Whether it's the West Coast tanker ban, whether it's, the emission caps, the production cap, the guns, the firearms seizures, needless firearms seizures. There's no more law-abiding people in this country than licensed RPAL holders, right? The very fact that we've all been forced into becoming custodians of our own property for Justin Trudeau for the last 3 years, without a single crime anywhere in Canada being committed by an RPAL holder in any of their seized firearms, indicates to you how safe and law-abiding every RPAL holder in this province is, right? And again, we have Danielle
Somebody pulled the fucking
refusing to issue us.
Well,
hang on. The cease is in the house, or they're trying to make us clear out of the room, or what? Somebody pulled the fire alarm. I didn't perceive to do that. But anyway.
That sounds like a communist at work right there.
On an ongoing basis,
Son of a
right?
bitch.
We need Danielle Smith to pay attention. We need her to issue firearms licenses in Alberta. And above all, stop talking like a globalist. Every time he
Son
says,
of a bitch.
strong up
So who's shocked by this? Somebody pulled the fire alarm. I'll give you one guess as to who it was.
under Carney and Communist China's thumb, right? Let's keep in mind that that's what it's all about. Every time she says net zero, that's globalist speak for, you can be taxed to death for producing resources, for working, for driving to work.
That was good response time.
Producing food on your farms, for trying to go to work to take care of your children.
Could have been
That's
anywhere in
what
the
that's all
building, not
about.
even in this
If you
room.
ever hear any politician pay lip service to the words net zero, here's a big spoiler alert. They're a globalist, and you need to tell them they need to turn their brain around, or we're not going to vote for them. It's that simple.
There is no net zero.
Right? And what have we seen in the last couple of weeks? And it's kind of funny, CTV was here earlier. I don't know if they're still here right now. But I wasted half an hour of my life, I think yesterday or today, talking to them about what we're doing and why and how. They took a 10-second clip of what I was saying. But the most important thing I said to them was at the very outset, and you can see the reporter was kind of discombobulated. She goes, well, Mr. Raph, what do you think that, is going on in the independence movement? And I said, well, before we even get into this, I said, this is a national news program. So I want to send a big shout out to Mark Carney, because he is the best salesman that Alberta Independence has ever had. Every time he opens his little mealy mouth, he drives another 100,000 or more Albertans to our banner, right? Let's just look at the last week, and Mitch has already showed you the clip of, Mark Carney. I was actually joking with friends that, he looked like he was on scopolamine when he said, New World Order, right? But, the next day, I don't think he was on drugs, maybe, whatever. But the next day, a reporter
activated supervillain voice
when he said New World Order.
What we were experiencing was minor and has been corrected.
All right. So, for whoever
Thank you, robot voice.
The problem we were experiencing was minor and has been corrected.
All right. All right.
Carry on with
We're trying. Shut up.
This reminds me of my mother-in-law. I can't get a word in edgewise.
All we were experiencing was minor and has been corrected.
The recording is worse than the alarm.
Carry on with what you were doing.
Just reading the script.
All right, there we go. So I just want to say, for whoever the little forever Canadian or NDP was that pulled the fire alarm, we know who you are. We see you. Yeah. So anyway, I kind of lost my train of thought there. But anyway, speaking of which, I was laughing with somebody today, and this will get me back on track. But I heard Nenshi had a hysterical hissy fit news conference today, all about everything we're doing and what bad people we are. Right? How many people here think we're bad people? Right? How many people here would ever vote for Naheed Nenshi? Right? Yeah, that's what we're dealing with. So I said to a friend of mine today, I said, oh, did you see Nenshi's speech today? And I said, why would I waste my time doing that? Like, why would I want to hear anything that moron has to say, first of all? And then second of all, just to be clear, right, if Naheed Nenshi says Alberta Independence is a bad idea, that is the best endorsement we have, but it is a fantastic idea. Okay, so that little Nenshi interlude and fire alarm interlude's over. I think my brain's now back on track to where I was.
It's 2K
so
live.
what I was talking about was Mark Carney and his whole New World Order speech in China. I'm surprised he didn't give his little Illuminati symbol hands thing when he was in China as well, right? Gotta do that. Gotta let the Illuminati know you're on side, right? But anyway, the next day, his reporter asks him, because he had a great 3 days. So the next day, he comes out, and the reporter asks him, what did you mean when you meant New World Order? And then he goes through a whole bunch of typical word salad that comes out of the mouth of a Liberal. And then he says, well, what I really meant by that is bilateral relations, like between like-minded countries. So I went, wow. So Mark Carney, Prime Minister of Canada, says that Canada and the Canadian government is like-minded to the communist dictatorship of communist China. Everything that we have already thought, right? And then the next day, so of course my friend Keith Wilson has a great line about Carney, and he says, yeah, he doesn't even live in Canada, he just visits from time to time for a day or two, and then he jets off somewhere else, right? So anyway, when Carney was visiting Canada the day after, clarifying that by New World Order, he meant that we were like-minded to the communist dictatorship in communist China. So the next day he comes home and then decides it's a good idea to invoke Article 5 of the NATO Treaty with regard to our friends in the United States of America, right? Well, for those of you that aren't familiar with what Article 5 of the NATO Treaty is, that's the provision of the treaty that requires members of NATO to militarily come to the defense of any NATO country that's attacked. So Carney's not even home for 24 hours after visiting his communist masters in Beijing, right? And he's threatening war with the United States of America under Article 5 of the NATO Treaty. I'm 61 years old, right? I studied foreign policy, Canadian history, when I was doing my honors degree in political science at the University of Alberta. I'm very familiar with the history of Canada, and I have lived experience of 61 years on this planet. At no point in my life, or in anywhere in a Canadian history book that I'm familiar with, has a Canadian Prime Minister ever threatened war with the United States of America, right? Think about how asinine that is. Right? Mark Carney is literally like a mouse nibbling on an elephant's toenail, and he thinks
facial
that
expressions
he just has
are great.
to say elbows up, and Donald Trump is going to roll over, and Mark Carney's going to get everything that he wants. It's completely asinine. But I guess it plays with the voters in Ontario.
I just gotta say, guys, the facial expressions of the sign language interpreter are absolutely amazing.
Getting elected in Quebec, the liberal days in Quebec may be coming to an end. Right? But Mark Carney is literally that big of a buffoon, right? Then he goes to the World Economic Forum. He's had a great 4 days or 5 days, right? Goes to the World Economic Forum, and again, goes out of his way to be gratuitously insulting and rude and all the rest of it to Canada's largest trading partner, right? We literally have hundreds of billions of dollars in trade at risk with the United States of America. As Mitch indicated,
And the biggest economy, biggest military in the world.
Is north-south, not east-west, right? But there's Mark Carney gratuitously insulting the President of the United States without mentioning him by name. And of course, President Trump's reaction the next day was great. He came out to the stage in Davos, literally patched Mark Carney, gave him a bare-bottom spanking in front of the entire world, completely humiliated Mark Carney, right? The only thing that Trump didn't do to Carney was drag him off to the washroom and give him a swirly, right? And this is the Prime Minister of Canada, right? Then, I'm doing interviews, the other day, and I'm talking about this with a reporter. They said, well, but didn't you hear? Mark Carney came out the other day and says he cares about national unity. I said, wow. Does he care about national unity? That's great. Because it's like, he hasn't repealed the West Coast tanker ban. He hasn't repealed the carbon emissions cap. He hasn't repealed the production cap. He hasn't stopped talking about how the federal government is going to enforce net zero on the Alberta power grid. He hasn't stopped talking about criminalizing hundreds of thousands of Albertans if they don't turn in their property, which is subject to Section 9213 of the BNA Act, which is exclusive jurisdiction over property and civil rights in the province, but he still thinks he can just come in and seize our property under the criminal law power, right? So he's doing that, right? And then on top of it, and Mitch alluded to it, the ink wasn't even dry, right, on that so-called pipe dream MOU that Danielle signed, right? And Mark Carney was bragging about a 600% increase in the industrial carbon tax in Alberta, right? Yet he and Danielle are going, oh, this is going to bring business to Alberta. Well, wait a minute, right? So 600% increase of a $90 industrial carbon tax. So $540 a ton is what they want to tax carbon with in Alberta, right? It's $30 in Quebec, by the way, right? And somehow or other, this is a good deal, and we should all be jumping up and down for joy that Mark Carney got such a great deal by getting Danielle to concede a 600% carbon tax increase. So when this reporter says, well, Jeff, Mark Carney says that he wants Canada to be united and he cares about unity, my response is, then tell him to stop lacing up his hobnailed boots and trying to kick us all to death with his stupid policies. But again, we know that he won't do that, which, and again, God bless him, because he is the best salesman for Alberta Independence that we could ever have. The other thing that I'd like everybody to consider, and again, I promise not to just be negative all night tonight, is how much better off we are going to be in a free and independent Alberta, right? I want everybody to contemplate for a minute the $70 billion a year that Albertans send to Ottawa in the form of federal taxes, CPP, and UI. That's right, $70 billion a year leave this province not to come back. 15 billion to Quebec, that big have-not province of Ontario, 500 million, half a billion to Ontario, the Maritimes, and then all the other ways, right? So Trudeau's electric choo-choo train from Toronto to Montreal, party wants to spend $200 billion to rearm Europe, right? What about the $69 billion that the Liberals have sent to Ukraine? Right? I read the other day that Ukraine has $22 billion in gold reserve. Right? Wow, isn't that nice? We're generous people. Albertans have sent billions of dollars to Ukraine so that they can maintain $22 billion in gold reserves that they haven't had to tap into, because all of us generous Albertans are taking money out of our back pockets and letting Mark Carney send it wherever he wants in the world. And again, think about what Mitch said earlier. We all know that Ukraine and the Ukrainian government is one of the most notoriously corrupt governments in the world. So Zelensky has yachts, castles, ski resorts. I mean, Freeland had to quit her job in Parliament as a Liberal to go over and help Zelensky hide all of his money, right? So how many of us here actually think that when billions of dollars are being sent to the Ukraine, right, that it's not being laundered back into the offshore bank accounts of members of the Liberal Party, friends of the Liberal Party, members of the Liberal cabinet, etc., etc.? I sure don't, right? It's all of these programs, Trudeau's gender programs in the third world, all of the money that gets shipped overseas, it goes into a black box with no accountability, and none of us know where this money is going, other than we know it's not staying in Alberta to take care of Albertans.
Or even Canada, anywhere.
And I say that it's time for all of that to stop. Right?
Yes.
And we have a really easy and clear way forward here. All we have to do is keep doing what we did today. We have to volunteer our time. And it was fun. I mean, I spent an hour down there this afternoon in between getting some other things done today. And I mean, the energy and the excitement and the chatter and everybody making new friends and all of the volunteers and all the canvassers working together. I mean, it's such a great vibe. It's like tonight. It's this whole event tonight. People making new friends, Albertans working together. All we need to do is keep doing that until the 6th of May, right? And we get our 1.8 million signatures, and we get Alberta the hell out of Canada. Now, Mitch has addressed this earlier, and I do want to speak to a little bit, because it's something that comes up with the reporters all the time. We are not pursuing statehood with the United States of America.
Woo! Out in the open.
Meeting with them on a regular basis, because I think it's important for us to be able to come back and tell our fellow Albertans what the attitude is of our most important trading partner when it comes to Alberta independence. Right? I mean, let's face it, this entire project would be dead if the United States government told us, look, you guys are whistling in the dark, and the fact of the matter is, we're not going to support Alberta independence. If you guys try to leave Canada, we won't support it. We'll shut down the border. We won't buy your oil anymore. We're not going to buy your beef. You guys can just behave yourselves, because we're globalists like Carney, and we think you should just shut up and behave. No, but that's not what they're saying. They have told us directly that they are enthusiastic about the prospect of Alberta independence, right? And do you know why they're enthusiastic about the prospect of Alberta independence? It's because they know. I mean, you see the picture that Mitch put up of the 11 faceless MPs that are communist Chinese agents. We're not allowed to know who they are. I mean, it's obvious from New World Order. Mark Carney's a Chinese agent. There's no doubt about it, right? He's the Prime Minister, and he's governing this country for Brookfield and for China, right? He's not governing it, demonstrably not governing it for Canada or Alberta, right? So, within the U.S. national interest and their new strategic, the new document that they released on U.S. strategic policy, right? They recognize that, the Alberta oil field, right, needs to be liberated from control by communist China, right? And that means liberating the Alberta oil field from control by the Carney Liberals, because the Carney Liberals are controlled by communist China, right? It's pretty straightforward. The other thing that's really remarkable, and I don't know if any of you saw it, but just 2 or 3 days ago, Scott Bessent, the U.S. Treasury Secretary, who arguably is the second most powerful man in the world, right, announced that he would welcome an Alberta pipeline down through the United States to the Pacific Northwest to service the markets of Korea, Japan, etc. in a heartbeat. Now that we've opened the door for Danielle, hopefully she's sending a delegation down to Washington immediately to follow up the work we've been doing to get that done. It's humiliating to Albertans to have to go on bended knee to a socialist government in British Columbia and beg them permission for a pipeline, right? And I mean, just a little thought for everybody to think about, because that is one of the big, the big things that the forever communists say, and all the, all the CBC people say. Well, if Alberta became independent, you'd be landlocked. And it's like, we're landlocked now, right? Completely landlocked, right? But if Alberta were an independent country, even dealing with British Columbia would be so much easier. It's like, okay, BC, you don't want a pipeline through British Columbia? Carney says you have a veto? Okay, well, let's talk about that, right? New independent government of Alberta, country of Alberta. We're really concerned about keeping British Columbia rats out of the province of Alberta, right? And because we're a rat-free province, right, we are going to stop every train and every truck coming out of Vancouver, coming out of British Columbia at the Alberta border. Yes! BC rats. Any rat carrying an NDP card will be sent right back to Vancouver. Right? But, and I'm saying that facetiously, obviously. It's not a realistic scenario, because we would say we could do that, or you could give us a pipeline. I mean, how hard would that be, right? And that's the reality of it. As an independent country, Alberta would be able to negotiate from a position of strength with British Columbia to get a pipeline through BC. And the Americans have already said that they would be enthusiastically in support of an Alberta pipeline going to the Pacific Northwest, right? And these are honorable people. I take them at their word. The other thing is we can also have a pipeline straight down to the Gulf of America, right? But more importantly, as an independent country, we would get rid of all of the federal regulations choking our oil industry, right? We would get rid of all of the NDP regulations brought in by the Nazi government choking our industry, right? We would be able to double oil production in this province within 5 years, right? By having people that work in the oil industry, who understand how the industry works, help get rid of all of the regulations that are making oil and gas projects in this province, year-long affairs to get done, right? We don't need any of that in Alberta, right? And we just need to come up with smarter ways to work to make Alberta the richest, most prosperous, least taxed, and least regulated jurisdiction in North America. And that is how you're going to take care of our kids, right? All of that's going to be possible. Alberta will control its own immigration. There's a document that I was involved in drafting with a bunch of economists and people smarter than me, bankers, etc. Where we talked about, what the fiscal plan for a future of Alberta would look like, right? In that document, we talk about the things that Alberta would pay for, like, our immigration department. And we make it clear that it's our immigration and deportation department. Right? After funding everything that the federal government funds currently for us, including tripling the amount of money spent on Indigenous communities to lift them out of the abject poverty that Carney and Trudeau have left them in, we still have communities in this province that don't have safe drinking water. That's an embarrassment to me as an Albertan. It's despicable, right? All of that can be fixed, and then after that, we would still have a $37 to $57 billion a year fiscal capacity surplus. Think about that. And that's where all the tax savings and tax cuts would come from, because a government of an independent Alberta would believe that money needs to be left in our pockets and not held by bureaucrats in Edmonton to spend as they please on ridiculous World Economic Forum projects. We could literally, constitutionally limit government spending, go to real currency, no more fiat currency, where a bank governor like Carney can double the money supply and literally steal 50% of the money in your bank account, steal 50% of the equity of your home just by doubling the money supply and inflating, your money into meaninglessness. Think about it. When you go to the grocery store, right, and you see that grocery prices in the last 5-10 years have more than doubled, right? It's not that groceries are more expensive. Your money's worth half as much, right? Thank you, Mr. Carney. That will not happen in a free and independent Alberta. Again, there are so many benefits to Alberta getting out of Canada. And I put this challenge out to Danielle Smith more than once. And my challenge for any of them, the forever communists, little Tommy the commie, all of them, I want, instead of talking about all your fear and BS about, think about this and think about that, and you don't love Canada, and you're a traitor, and you're this and you're that. No, stop with all of that nonsense. Give us one good reason that Albertans will be better off if they stayed in Canada. Just one. They can't do it. They can't do it, because the reality is we have thousands of good reasons for leaving, right? They don't have one good reason for any of us to stay anymore. Not one. So that's what I'd like all of you to reflect on. And when you're talking to your friends and neighbors, when I want all of you to get your canvassing badges and you're out getting signatures, if somebody asks you that question, just ask them that question, right? If you think of one reason that Alberta would be better off if we stayed in Canada, you're still going to be Canadian citizens. You're still going to have your Canadian passport if you want to keep it. On top of it, right, all this nonsense of, you're going to lose your pension. You're not going to lose your pension. Pensions are contractual obligation. OAS, we're going to have so much money in a free and independent Alberta, we are going to be able to take care of our seniors, take care of our veterans, take care of our pensioners, right? Double the amount that they're getting paid, right? And still not have to pay any federal or any income tax. So think about that. So I've actually gone on a lot longer than I usually do. This is a hell of a captive audience. Thank you very much. So anyway, I just wanted to thank all of you tonight for coming out. I want to tell all of you how proud I am to be an Albertan tonight. How proud I am of each and every one of you. And I want to say thank you, Calgary, for showing Alberta that we can turn out and have a shot at freedom. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Jeff Raph, ladies and gentlemen. Before we continue, folks, I I gotta make sure to give one last thank you tonight to everyone who dug deep into their pockets and donated to stayfreealberta.com or Stay Free Alberta. Don't forget over at the corner again, for anybody who came late, there is a table accepting donations up to $50. Anything higher, please ask. They'll arrange what can work for you. Don't forget there's merch at the back as well as lawn signs if you want to make sure to lawn signs if you want to let people know that you're voting for independence. Signatures, I've been told signatures are going until 10 o'clock, folks, so if you haven't yet got signatures in for the petition, make sure to head downstairs. You've got until 10 o'clock to get that done. Join me, there will be no Q&A tonight, but join me on Unacceptable Fringe on YouTube. Jeff Raph and Mitch Sylvester will be joining me on a series of live stream events where you can come and ask your questions. You will be heard. We'll make sure no one enters this without their questions answered. So if you want your questions answered, and again, you can see the page here, head over to Unacceptable Fringe on YouTube. They will...
if I'd have known that was the end, I would have waited a minute.
They will take a look at that. Has anybody lost a black Ridge wallet? With a brown front. This was found on the floor. If anybody has lost this, head over to the doors over here where the green room is. We'll make sure it's left in there for you to pick up after the event. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank each and every one of you who came out tonight. I want to thank each and every one of you for your support. And playing us out tonight, a new Alberta Independence anthem called Alberta Unleashed from Dave McKenzie. Thank you, everybody. Drive safe. Have a great night.
He doesn't want to walk around.
All right, thanks, guys. All right, we got a couple super chats we just want to get through.
Oh yeah, the new Anthem. Is this the same one they played at the beginning?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the same one they played at the beginning.
Yeah. All right, guys. Carson, thanks again for the Unacceptable Fringe memberships.
Oh, hi.
I didn't know you, but people in the comments.
Alberta Boy 400, thank you so much for your $100 super chat. After Independence, we'll support the third world. We would like to see that, man. Honestly, everybody, sorry, as the chat was going so fast. Thank you so much for all your super chats.
Derek was the guy who's the MC of the event.
Everybody has been awesome, just a great crowd. You know, we'll keep streaming.
He'll be out in a minute, probably.
And thanks again, everyone, for tuning in. Where are we? Wednesday, Unacceptable Fringe with Matt. It's going to be the Unhinged Fringe.
For the cause,
Friday with Tiffany. And
Thank you.
guys, Monday, it's the new show with myself, Mike Freedom Honey, and Derek.
You guys too.
For the fourth.
You guys signed today?
We're going to set our own way forward. And thank you guys so
we
much.
got time.
We're going to get live. We're going to get the stream going.
Awesome, guys. Have a good night. Drive safe. He'll be out in a minute. Are we still streaming?
Oh yeah, we're still streaming.
Yeah, we've been here since 6 o'clock, just before 6 we started.
Man, pretty solid views, not bad.
Fun times.
I usually don't live stream, I just make videos on YouTube.
Ah, okay.
Where do you guys stream? Lex or?
No, on YouTube.
YouTube as well, yes?
Yeah. I think we have 2,000 watching right now.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I had about 120 or something.
Well, hey, it starts somewhere, man.
Yeah.
It all starts somewhere. We had that too at one point.
I just don't live stream already. That's my childhood.
Awesome. Thank you.
That's basically my childhood.
Yeah, that's good.
I've been doing it for a while too.
Awesome, man. Well, everybody helps, man. The cause is here for all of us.
It's unstoppable for you.
Getting out of here is going to be a pain in the butt.
There you go. Should come up. That's us.
Oh, that's awesome.
You say hi.
Hi. Nice. I should see us in a live stream. I thought.
There you go.
Hey, nice to meet you.
We move the stream over to Derek.
Where is he?
Right there.
Yeah, well, he's Derek's glad handing with the important, or those fans.
Oh yeah, I think those are fans.
There you go, everybody's live.
I'm not going to do it. Hi, everybody. How are you?
Okay, well, thank you.
Thank you very much. Folks, I'll be with you 1 second. Let me close up the live.
Are we closing out the live, or are we going to keep going?
Well, unless you guys want to keep going and chatting, but I just want to thank everybody who came out to the live tonight. Thank you to everybody who watched the stream, everybody who super chatted. I hope you guys had a great evening. I hope you got a lot of information. Again, join us live for those live streams with Mitch, with Jeffrey Raph. They're going to be very informative. Join me Wednesday with Matt for another Unhinged Fringe. We'll see you there. Have a great night, folks. I'm going to let these guys...
Have a good night, guys. Do we end the stream?
Yeah.
All right. All right, guys. Thanks again. See you guys soon. We're going to end it there.
I don't know how to... I don't know how to end it.
I don't know.
You were saying that on the other day.
Thank you. It's very nice meeting you.
Yes.
Thank you for coming out.
How do you end it?
What's that?
How do you
end it? This maybe? Sure you want to stop streaming?